You know, I can't remember the last time when, like, I'm waiting for the time to start, actually start hitting the record button, and I'm just like drumming on my desk to the way this song goes. I just, this is literally just one of my favorite tracks of all time. I just love how all of it sounds. I still remember when Tenchio was like first starting to work on this track on stream. I tuned in, and within like 1 second of hearing it, I was already hooked. It was already amazing. It was already perfect, and it is perfect. Has been perfect, and always will be perfect. Just heckin' straight up. But yeah, with that, let's go ahead and bring it right on in. Welcome in, everybody, to our very special episode of our Steam Library Tour, the Furry Games Tour. Furries? On an Aaron Jugler stream? It's more likely than you may think. Welcome on in, King. Welcome on in, Solace. Welcome on in, Moxie, and thank you for that 32 months of subscriptions. Gosh heck. And welcome on in, Cultrix. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, the song Tenchio may have used when you're ringtone for over a year now. Haven't you gotten to share it? Yeah, I assume that's gonna be like your stream opening thing when you get back to streaming, right? Because I'm definitely curious to see how that... Actually, didn't... I thought you posted like a teaser for it at some point. I don't remember how it goes or when that was, but I vaguely remember there being like a teaser that you posted somewhere for it. Now, I kind of want to try to go back and find that again, although I have no idea where to even try to find it. The pre-roll, actually? 7 minutes to get the ads out of the way? That's kind of a lot of pre-roll, honestly. I mean, even mine's only like 4 minutes. But then again, I suppose you also have like a fancy like animated intro to go with that as well, whereas I just have my little splash screen, so there's a little bit of a difference in that regard too. But and also, I think I only run like 1 minute of ads at the start of mine, because I don't do like the 3 minutes every hour. I don't want to put people through like that much if I don't have to. The full 7 minute long animation? Heck yeah! Can't wait to see it when you start going back to stream. I would ask if you have like a known date for that yet, but I'm assuming the answer is you don't really know for sure yet, but I still want to ask. But yeah, so tonight there'll be no rolling to find out what demos we're playing. I know exactly what games we're playing and in which order. We'll be doing 2 demos first. One which is probably gonna be a pretty short demo. It's kind of more like a puzzle game, so I can't imagine there's gonna be like too much content in it for the demo. Then we're gonna be doing I think it's meant to be like a Souls-like kind of game, but because of the fact that it's like a furry cat main character, we're definitely playing it for that reason and that reason alone. And then we're gonna be going on to the proper Steam Library Tour of a game that I actually have. Actually, when did I even purchase that? I'm curious about that. I think I have to go to settings. So to do account details, view purchase history. A little more transactions. Yeah, I have no idea when I even purchased that, honestly. Okay, this is all of my purchases for... Wait, I didn't mean to click on that. Wait. Oh, why is it not showing up on here? Oh, okay, because it undid the load more feature. Yeah, my account... I dip it, Rez! Holy crap, welcome and thank you for the raid. Let me do the thing.
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Rez and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we're starting off a special episode of our Steam Library Tour, which I'm calling the Furry Games Tour, where I have 2 furry game demos coming up to start with. Then we'll be doing a full game that I own properly. All in kind of like in sort of celebration of the fact that there's an Anthro Festival Steam event going on right now for it, and I kind of figure, you know what, why not? And the funny thing is that the main game we're going to be playing tonight for like the Steam Library Tour, it just happened to land in this state anyway, just because of pure luck and circumstance. So I kind of like that. Steam was recognized first. I think this is like the 3rd Anthro Festival event that's been gone on. I think they ran like 2 events last year. I think they're doing like 2 events yearly at this point. It's like every 6 months or so. Let me see if I can find the link to the Steam page for it. So it's under... Actually, first I wanted to see when I purchased the game I'm talking about. If I just search for this word. I got this... Wow, over 4 years ago. I realized I had it for that long. But yeah, over here... Actually, I'll do browse. Is discounts and events. There it is. And copy link address, and... I don't think any of this is login information based, but Yeah, we'll use that as the link. Actually, I could probably just take off anything after the question marks. That's usually how those things go. Those events. Actually, does anything pop up in the preview for BTTV that I have? Doesn't look like... Nope, never characters, so probably not. Yeah, I have bought every game in the Furry Festival stop streaming until credits are rolling. 284 of them. The unfortunate thing is that there's not really a lot of games that are like in my genre preference, which is the unfortunate bit. Yeah, if I had the money for it, I would probably just buy them all just to support all like the furry devs. And some of these aren't like fully furry games; they just have like some like kind of notable furry characters in them, stuff like that. But like I know one example would be like Cutting Edge Roots of Mutation. I would love to buy that. I would love to buy like Rock Beast if I had like $1 billion and I didn't have to worry about spending money on stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of different games on here I would definitely buy if given the opportunity. There's even one in here that I remember seeing somebody else I used to raid every now and again playing on one of their streams where we raided into them. All information given me as my personal identity. You are now you? Yay, there's 2 of me now. Whether or not this is a good thing for the world, we'll find out. But, yeah, okay, so where was I? So let's go ahead and get the first game prepared. Now, one thing I could have done that I chose not to do because I only really just now thought about it is I could have, like, preloaded all of these sources for these. But since I didn't, we're just going to have to deal with it. So load up the first demo. This will be the puzzle game I was talking about. Options. Resolution. 1080p. It's... Oh, that's a weird way to indicate a selected button. Okay. Actually, we'll just put that on the main... Okay, I guess it's already into the game itself, so sure. Where's the source? There it is. No, I like how the actual game name is like pretty long, but the file name is just Hoards. And of course this is, unless I can change it in here. Audio? Wait. Okay, it does not let me... Well, that's a weird way to show controls. Okay. Apparently it does use gamepad, interesting. Why is it not... Okay, why did it change the resolution now? If I wanted it at 980p, I would have left it at 980p, or 980p. There we go. Okay, so resume. Back here, please do not change resolution again. Yeah, you have 2 new pillows on the way, so the dogs will have 2 old pillows added to their pile. And to a dog, you use sweaty pillows the same as a new pillow. I mean, I imagine to a dog, use sweaty pillows is actually probably better than a new pillow, because it gives them another reminder of you. But yeah, let me read the Steam store page blurb real quick. This is for Hoards LLC, Limited at Labyrinth Corporation. Rotate, slide, and explode your way through more than 60 levels of corporate labyrinths in the story-rich puzzler. Find a path for Barry to meet with all his monstrous coworkers and learn about their struggles. Defeat the evils of poor management and with the power of unionization. So, greetings, new employee, and welcome to the Hoards Limited Labyrinth Corporation Employee Education Matrix. Today, you will be shadowing an experienced employee. Huh? Also, yeah, we're playing this bull character who's apparently already very confused. And I love how he has a tie and a collar, but he doesn't have like really any other clothes for the most part. As he goes about his normal daily routine. How did I get here? You will assist Mr. Aberdeen as he performs his duties and along the way, answer fun questions to demonstrate your understanding of proper employee protocol. Participation is mandatory. Am I doing a training video? Yes, participation is mandatory. Alright then. Yeah, to be fair, it goes both ways. It's hard to sleep without the smell of dog in your pillows and blanket. Honestly, fair. I feel like that's a hashtag just dog owner thing. Actually, hold on. Union dues cost around 50 gold a year. Oh, I want to read the rest of this text, but I think I need to like zoom in for that. I can't read that right now. See if there's any other like notable Easter eggs. I can't read the text on here. I was just on my way to see my friend Franny to pick up this week's Spike Trap Impalement Report. It's actually really fascinating. Did you know our dungeon is able to achieve 30% more impalements with half the spikes? We use a technique where... Please stay on track, Mr. Aberdeen. Oh, right. My bad. Follow me. Intro to Employee Education. I'm guessing this is the cutscene we just did? Okay, this is the cutscene. Alright. So, first puzzle then. Rotate tiles to make a path. As soon as there's a way to the exit, I'll head there. Lock tiles prevent rotation. Okay, so there's a little lock symbol here. Anything else we can move otherwise? Okay, so we need to get these two up here down to these two over here. Okay. Okay, so this is the setup for these. Okay. Yeah, I know the basic of these puzzles pretty well, but we'll see how bad it gets later on. Oh, there's even like 3 stars for getting faster results. Nice. Yeah, REM sleep is a comfort zone thing. Your brain will not fully go to rest unless it's completing this comfort zone. That would I think that might be one of the reasons I probably don't get like very good sleep when I'm sleeping at like hotel stuff like that when I'm on vacation or like my local convention stuff like that. Just because I'm in an area I'm not really like completely used to, even if it's not like necessarily that different from like previous years I've gone, stuff like that. Yeah, whether it means surrounded by cats, lizards, spiders, jars of sugar, whatever makes you comfortable at night. Yeah, like legit, I'm actually considering like taking my regular pillow with me because like the pillows that they have at hotels, just generally, not just the convention I go to, none of the hotel pillows I ever use are like anywhere actually any good. I'm gonna try bringing my own pillow this time and see if that helps at all. Next. Okay. Okay, so I need the 2 straightaways. I think if I do... Oh, you go like that, okay. I don't know if that was fully efficient. 2 turns. Hold on, how do I get this in 2 turns? Never trust a hotel pillow? I mean, it seems like hotels believe in quantity over quality is what I've noticed. Okay, so... Oh, I can change what direction I rotate, okay. Okay, there we go, that's how I do 2 turns. How do you do it in 2 turns? Call room service. Unfortunately, this is not the hotel part right here. This is just a regular office. Actually, no, imagine, what if your regular job, whether it's like an office job, warehouse job, retail job, or anything like that, what if the jobs and employees themselves had room service? I guess that technically work service at that point. They'd have to come up with a better name for it. Got a 12? Yeah, a 12 is, they brought me a mint for my pillow, but they just didn't know I didn't like mint, so they tried their best, but they just didn't really succeed. That's my interpretation of that role. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of locked sections here. Okay, so we need to get this tile. Okay, I can't really show a singular tile. You get that up there. We need to get the... Oh, we don't even... Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, God, there's, like, multiple paths we can do for this one. Yeah, correction, mustard mint. Don't ask how it tastes in real life. I'm gonna pretend that such a thing does not exist. It is much easier for my brain that way. I do... Okay, so I need this, I think, down here. Also, thank you for the 7 stream streak, Solace. Gosh, heck. I came so close to not, like, lisping on any of the S's in the last 2 sentences, but then I failed entirely. Yay, me. Okay, so we need to get this down here. I think if we do... I rotate that way... Wait, do I want to do that?
How many assholes are in this puzzle anyhow?
Depending on your definition, like personality-wise, none. In a literal sense, just the little guy right here who's trying to teach us, right? I think it's actually supposed to be us, I guess. I'm actually not sure if this is supposed to be us or our trainer, actually. I don't know, maybe they're both. Not 7 times. Thank you for the 3 stream streaks, Sierra. I was supposed to quote the movie. But I'm not an asshole. E-O-E-O. E-O-E-O. Okay, I'm already trying to figure out how to do this in like the most efficient way possible, and I don't... So I need to do at least a clockwise rotation here to get the top right block into place. I feel like that's pretty correct. But I also need to figure out how to... Actually, maybe if I do this, then this... I hope this is the best way to do this. Because I don't know how I could have done that better. So there's a 4 turn. What's the 4 turn? So it would be 1 here, and then 2 here at a minimum. I need to figure out how to make these 2 blocks more efficient. Do. No, that's the same. That's still 5 turns. Okay, I don't know how to do that in 4 turns, so I'm just gonna move on. I knew it, I'm surrounded by cuties. Keep firing, cuties! Yeah, I'll just move on to the next one. Okay, so we need to get... I do. I can only imagine how much better I could have done that. Okay, it wasn't that far off, actually. I still got the 2-star at least. Yeah, you typed into Google, how many assholes are in this thing? And, oh god. And the AI response was just, nearly the entire bridge crew stands up and yells, yo, prompting Dark Elmo to famously declare, I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes. I mean, it's not wrong. Although I think my favorite thing about that scene is that when it mentions, like, nearly the entire bridge crew, there is literally 1 person who does not stand up. And you can see him just, like, start looking around like, just the visible confusion is, in my opinion, like, the best thing about that scene. Cultrix? I think you meant Cutrix, who deserves all the love and support and all the pets, stuff like that. They are good heckin' bean. Hey, Franny. How's it going? Hey, Barry. It's going great. I mean, we're pretty short-staffed today. Jenkins got banished from an interdimensional void by a wizard, and Razimus with the Unhallowed has jury duty, so she couldn't make it in. And I was covering Thedderl on shift, so I've been working for, I think, somewhere in the range of 12 hours? I think maybe I'm the only monster working this floor of the dungeon right now. But yeah, other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Haha. You know, Franny, that doesn't sound great. Are you sure you're okay? Hello? Hello? I think I sort of blanked out for a second there. Ha! Oh boy, you know what? Let's find you a spot to take a break. I can deal with the adventures on this floor for a bit. Let me think. If I reroute them through the alchemy department, I could probably keep the casters distracted, to make the parties a bit more manageable. Then Uh-oh! Do you see what Mr. Aberdeen did wrong there? Who speaks? It's a training video thing. Wait. What did I do wrong? That's right! Mr. Aberdeen has other work he should be doing. It isn't his responsibility to cover for co-workers. I mean, this isn't a wrong statement? At least not entirely? Anthro-Mimic? What is the name of this game? This is... Hoards LLC, Limited Labyrinth Corporation. Actually, I'll put the, well, this is going to be the link for the demo, but it'll give you the link to the game itself as well. This is the link to at least for the demo of this game, if you want to try some of this out yourself. Mimics are already anthropomorphic by default. This one just happens to have a body, too. I mean, the thing is that's a very minimalistic definition of, well, as far as, like, the normal Mimic. Calling that anthropomorphic by default... I feel like it's too low a standard. It's like saying, like, I can't think of the proper name, but like the anime character with just like little cat ears and a tail. It's like saying that's a full-out furry, which for me personally, I do not believe that's a furry. That's just someone put on like a little headband and a little belt attachment. Oh, I didn't mean to click there. And those in they actually have legs, they aren't otherwise. I've seen actually. Well, I think the most recent Dungeons and Dragons movie, the Honor Among Thieves, whatever. I think the mimics in that one are just they don't have legs. Apparently, there's like a GIF that I saw that's apparently on Discord where they literally just like they latch their tongue out and it basically functions like a kind of like a reverse hook shot where like it hits a surface and it just like pulls the mimic back toward the wall at that point too. That their sentient is accurate. See, the thing is, sentience is not anthropomorphic. Sapience is. Sentient is just being aware of existence. Sapience is being aware of yourself. And I don't know if a lot of mimics are really considered to be sapient in that aspect. Those are two terms that people tend to get kind of mixed up, or at least not even like considered half the time. You guys just before the definition has been around for 220 years. I mean, like I said, I just feel like that's a little too loose of a definition. And wait, 220 years? That's a vaguely specific number. Also, that sentence didn't come out the way I intended to say it, but it kind of works in the weirdest way. Something that's human features. I get that, but I mean, a standard mimic. What about just a standard mimic is considered anthropomorphic? Because, like I said, just being aware of like things around it is not in and of itself anthropomorphic. Because like just any living creature can be. Assuming I'm using the definition correctly, at least any living creature is basically sentient. It's the ability to like kind of recognize yourself and things, stuff like that. You want to take it back to Greek usage? Given the fact that it's a furry-like game, we have to define anthro carefully, given that mimics in all of the games aren't with legs or human form, and have only some level of intelligence being made aware of a life, so it's not anthro otherwise. It's way more than 220. Yeah, that much I do kind of know. I mean, like, you can even refer to, like, the Egyptians with the way that their gods are set up, too, because they're basically anthropomorphic animals. They're definitely more anthropomorphic in my view, because their entire heads are so full-on animal-based. I'm not sure if they're actually meant to be like their actual physical heads are just animals, or if they just had like headgear that's supposed to be animal-like. I'm not sure what the official lore on that is, but yeah, in my opinion, that's closer to a furry than like an anime like cat girl or whatever. Oh yeah, that's your hot takes with Aaron for the night. What? This mimic volunteered for this shift, and it's important that our valued customers don't have a bad experience because of her laziness. Laziness? That's... Magic Voice is right. I could work harder. Productivity! Freddy, wait. Don't listen to the... Dang it. I better go after her. Francesca. Yeah, a lot of people also use furry to describe a lot of things that aren't furry. I mean, that's also just the internet. The internet is just one massive troll that's like... I mean, I'd say it's uncontrolled, but it's also like trolls themselves are uncontrolled to begin with, so it's not really, not even a distinction. That's not even a distinction without a difference. That's not even a distinction, period. The internet has caused some massive shifts in how words are used. Now that I will agree with you 1,000,000,000% on. Other tiles rotate around stone tiles. Don't worry, I can still walk on them. Okay, so stone tiles are static. Okay. So in that case... Okay, so wait, there's no direct up pass, so I need to do... I need to get this. Okay, how do I make this efficient? So there's no like vertical pass, so I do need to go up here individually. Yeah, anime cat girls are closer to Kimono Mimi, or yeah, Kimono Mimi. Humans with some animalistic features like ears and tails. Yeah, I think that is actually like the proper term I was trying to come up with. Hey, welcome in, Duke. How you doing tonight? Yeah, like for me, a furry needs to be more than just ears and tail, and everything else is just like human at that point. If it's like 97, got an arbitrary number, but if it's like 97% still human, it's not a furry to me. I'm already getting way too... Wait, Barry's notes? Oh, okay, just the tutorial thing. I would need to... Actually, yeah, just do it like this. Do. Hopefully that was the quick route. Oh, there's still a faster route. Dang it. You've been here for a while, just lurking? Well, hope you've been having good lurk then. Yeah, you grew up with pre-internet D&D situations, so you used the word anthropomorphic a lot and it never needed arms and legs. Yeah, I never had even like any close interactions with D&D until well after I had like interneted my way into existence. What is with me and my phrasing of things tonight? Oh, what do we got here? Oh god, ugh. I'm already... Okay, so this way is a dead end. So I need to move this down. It's okay, you're old as dirt. Yeah, join the club. That's all I have to say. Okay, so if I do... Oh no, that wouldn't actually let me get anywhere. What is this setup here? Okay, there's a reset button. I just want to... Okay, so it does function the way exactly the way I think it does. So I can't go to the right there. I would need to keep going upward. I need to get this over here and find out where I need to move the other thing. I probably need to move this, the bottom left block here, up to this section here. I guess this is kind of a good way to signal like a specific block. So if I do... I think I already technically screwed up, but... Oh, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Hold up. Restart. Okay, so I need to get this block over here. I also need to get this block up there. Gotta get that up there. But then I moved that over there, which isn't helping. I do still need that. Okay. I have no idea what the quick solution is for that is, and I'm not even going to try to find it. Oh! I still got the 2-star at least. Okay. This one isn't as restrictive. It actually gives me a lot of potential paths I can go through here. So literally any block here to any block here. We only have 2 straight horizontal paths. We have a vertical. There's basically a full box of little side or corner blocks. Do I even... I guess I do technically need the vertical plus block here. There's not enough horizontal, so I need to get this block down to here. And that block up to there. Actually, didn't mean to rotate it that way. Oh, actually, no, didn't want to go the other way though, because that does that. But I still need to move this first. Hold up.
You get to drink from the fire hose!
I can do that real quick.
Okay, ready?
And that finishes off the old bottle. And thank you for the hydrate. Okay, so I need to do... Wait, no. I think I need to make a little, like, stepping stone step here. I need to do, like, in the middle here, down one, and then... Wait, no, because then I would still need multiple... If I keep one of these on the side here, I'd have to climb through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that strategy doesn't work, 'cause I don't have 7 actual movable paths. Okay, this one, as long as I find a solution, I think I'm going to be happy with it. What's more efficient than that? I have to, like, maybe just go down? Easy, easy. Wait, hold on. Easy. Just postal horn. Why is it called a postal horn? Just postal horn, and then you passenger ship, followed by a snazzy little bullet train front, and then take a nap, sleeping accommodation, and then finally police car. You have too big a brain for me, unfortunately. Yeah, I only have 6 movable blocks. Unless maybe I'm supposed to start a P. Wait, no. Okay, that would still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no, I guess that would work. The sounds they make. Okay. You don't know what a postal horn sounds like. That's the only horny one you had. Okay, so easy, just honk, and then by sneezy little, and then take a nap, and then finally, wee wee Is that better? What do I even start with this one? Okay. Two. Okay, that would use all 4 of my corners, though. I don't want to use all my 4 of my corners yet. Yes? Heck yeah. Why is this already breaking my brain? I can't use the 2 horizontals immediately. Actually, I guess I could. Actually, I could just use those immediately. Your screen is too small and eyes too bad to tell what any of these emotes were, so you're glad to have the audio visualization. I'm glad to have provided you that service. Yeah, even myself, I had to like actually hover my mouse over each of the icons just to get a little better view of them, and then also see like the name of them too in order for it to work. Okay, so if I do horizontal, left to up to right, right to down, down to right. So this one's already positioned where it needs to be, this bottom corner piece right here. Oh no, we need to move that up actually. Hold up. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And then I want to rotate left. I feel like that's at least a 2-star. Okay, easy 2-star. Yeah, I need to spin my brain cells back into proper order. Hello? These special spike tiles switch between up and down every time the dungeon moves. Gotta get the timing right, but they're safe to walk over when they're down. Oh, this is just breaking my brain harder. Okay, so do both sets of these change or just the one? Okay, both sets change. Okay. Need to get that down. Yeah, the top right block in this quadrant is hard required in order to progress through here. So if I do right. Oh, wait, hold on. What was a better way to do that? Okay, I screwed part of that up. Actually, wait, no, if I do... I could just do this. Wrong direction. Oh, right, those are gonna be different too. Oh, then I just do this, okay. There is no way that's a B. Yeah, no way. Yeah, we're getting to the point where I'm just willing to just accept anything I can get. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Welcome to Nikki. How you doing tonight? It's going good so far. As always, I'm glad it's a heckin' weekend. It felt like it took 2 years to get to this point, but here we are. We're enjoying some good heckin' games. Currently doing some demos, and pretty much the entire stream tonight is gonna be furry game themed, based on the fact there's a Anthro Festival's Steam event going on in Steam right now. So I'm kind of celebrating that a bit. Oh, thanks. I hate it. Okay, so I need to get just any 2 of these aligned, basically. Actually, no, this one's simple. So if I do left and then left, yeah, that one's actually super easy. Less I can go. I did it. Doing well? Heck yeah. And now we're back to brain breaking again. Okay, so I need to figure out... So these spikes are going to be up permanently. I need to get... If I do that... Wait. Did I just solve this already? No, I didn't. Never mind. Okay. Right, those are different to start with. Hold on, just do a full reset. Okay, so everything... Need to either use all the down spikes immediately or all the big spikes immediately. I need to figure out how to make that work. I would need to get this... I need to get both of these up there. Or I can alternately try to do this. So if I could do rotate right. Then rotate left. Left. I feel like that was decent. It's at least a 2-star. Okay, yeah. Phew. There you are. Hey, Barry. Sorry I ran off like that. Lots to do. You know how it is. Sure, I understand, but you have to take care of yourself too, right? It's not that bad. I had a lunch break yesterday, and I ate somebody's familiar this morning. And plus, I gotta work hard to get ahead, right? Don't want to be an intern forever. Concerned ellipses. Wait, they still haven't promoted you to full-time? You've worked here for years, and you work harder than, like, anyone I know. Well, yeah, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time, right? Just gotta keep my head down and keep giving 110%. As someone who's spent a bunch of years working as a temporary employee, that only gets you so far. In addition to being a good worker, you also need to make sure that the people are actually going to be valuing your work properly, and they're actually willing to probably bring you on, which is a much harder thing to be able to tell, especially before you start a job. But yeah, just you have to put your foot down at some point. And rise and grind XP, and be a team slayer, and burn the torch at both ends. You know, right? Uh-oh. Do you see what Mr. Aberdeen did wrong there? Oh, not you again. That's right. Our Minotaur friend here is getting dangerously close to inspiring employee solidarity. Yikes. Discussing shared struggles? Offering support without concern for the business's bottom line? Encouraging healthy work-life balance? All warning signs that you should watch out for. Wait, Barry's just trying to help me. Remember, if you hear coworkers talking about any of these topics, report them immediately. It's dangerous for the company, and it's dangerous for you. Hey, what's really dangerous here is employees working themselves to 0 HP so the company can make a few more copper pieces. Uh-oh, Mr. Aberdeen has really done it now. Activating the emergency employee isolation chute. The what now? Thank you for participating in this mandatory program. What? Barry! Bye now. Okay, 2 levels left in the demo, I imagine. Okay, I just realized what was her name? Francesca is like blepping these little stage images. I just realized that. You bet Franny has a hard time trying to keep guys from staring at her chest. Why? Oh, jeez, where am I now? I gotta find Franny. Thanks, game, I hate it. Wait. Wait. Oh, there's a wall. Okay, I missed the wall. Okay, so I think I found a cheese. If I do... Actually, how would I want to do this? I just need to get this at the very end here when I get a berry over here. I don't think... Okay, that was definitely not the right solution, but at least we got a 2-star on that one. Okay, now we can't move. Can we move this block before? I'm only just now thinking about that. What is this tile? Or was that just theming? I think it's just theming. Great move. Cow puns. Okay, so... I could technically use this as a star, but I don't know if I really need to. Well, if I start with this... Oh, that's not a correct solution because I need to go down through the... Okay, so... Okay, so I need to get a couple of these up. I need this corner piece here on the very top corner here. Then I need 2 horizontals. Do that. Actually, look. Do this first, and then that. Okay, so I could still do it that way. Oh, that's locked. Okay, I missed that bit. Okay, so in that case... Okay, then... Oh, okay, okay, that complicates things. So I need to get this moved down. Actually, that part's already solved. Wait. This is definitely not the most efficient solution, but... Hopefully that's at least 2-star. Oh, you won. Various quests will continue in the full game. I don't even get to see my stars for that one? Guess I can just do this. Dungeon map. Okay, we did get 2 stars. There was a 6 turn option for that. Good lord. But yeah, I thought this game was kind of cute, so I figured why not give it a little try. Aldebaran Aberdeen. Labyrinth Department Axe Wielder. Dungeons for every party. Something tile since opening shift. Oh, it's got over a little Easter eggs here. But yeah, like I said, not a game I'd really play much on my own for like my own personal interest, but like I said, I thought it was a cute looking game. Figured I may as well show it off. But yeah, now let's move on to a game I'm actually planning using a controller for, so I gotta reset my my everything. That sure everything looks right. Okay. So turn on my controller. Then next we're going to start okay, there's a thing. Get this booted up. Now this one I did get at least the Windows setting put up correctly, I hope. Okay, the fact there's no like outside frame makes me a little concerned about being able to like move the window otherwise. Okay, why can't I move the window? This is gonna be slightly in the way of my chat. I can't move this. Actually, it's not even... Okay, it's not even taking controller input. Let me... So I had my controller on beforehand, but apparently it didn't work. Maybe if I turn it on while the game is running, if that helps. Unless this needs to be like hardwired to make it work. Well, I guess I'm not using controller. Okay, so I get to reset my model again. Yay, shenanigans. So do this. Alright. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and at least get the thing showing on stream. There it is. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I can't seem to move the window at all, which is really annoying. I don't think there's going to be a real setting for that. Resolution, windowed, vertical sync, FPS. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me... Hold on. Resolution. What if I change... Oh, that's a weird looking resolution. Yeah, there's no option for me to like be able to move the window. So okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of difficulty reading chat, but we'll see how long this game or demo takes to go through. But yeah, welcome into Kristala, the game that one of the games we tried to play for on my birthday a while back. Kristala is a dark fantasy ARPG featuring challenging combat, fluid parkour, and deep exploration. Master the ancient magic of the sacred 6 crystals and uncover the source of a mysterious curse in a thrilling, story-driven adventure. And yeah, literally everything about this game just screams Elden Ring, but furry. So yeah, let's take a look at it. Oh, I never set the category for the previous game, I just realized. Okay, at least set the category for this one. Alright, so character name... Actually, get that up there so I don't accidentally knock it over. Character name, Aaron. Class, we have Warrior, Great Sword, Heavy Armor, Sword and Shield and Heavy Armor. Start with Claws and Light Armor. Those are some kind of weird looking claws. Starts with a Great Sword and Light Armor. Battle Mage starts with a Sword and Shield and Heavy Armor. Battle Mage focuses on magic while maintaining some defensive capabilities. Or Claws and Light Armor. Spellblade focuses heavily on magic. I look at these are literally the exact same as far as like clothing goes. Okay, so Malediction. So I'm guessing like Eminence and Malediction are this game's version of magic for like light and dark magic, stuff like that. See, I never know what kind of class to pick in this kind of situation. No, I love how there's an inspect stats button, but it doesn't actually do anything. I can already see the stats. Focus on strength and survivability. Well, let's play as an assassin. Let's do something a little different than I normally do. So we got Clan Nisarga. Skilled in divination and all things occult, the Mertuna Crystal's malediction-based spirit magic allows this clan of necromancers to summon the spirits of warriors past to aid them in battle. Oh, so I think it's supposed to be like a little preview videos of what these abilities look like, but they're apparently not showing for some reason. Caster lets out Aurora, sending wind magic flying around them, dealing magic damage, pushing them away. Oh, it even changes the color of our outfit. Interesting. Skilled in divination, all things occult. Wait. Okay, apparently... Okay. Wait. Yeah. Masters the natural world and what exists within it. The Nisargans are a gentle and kind clan. They call upon their crystal's eminence-based nature magic for protection in times of great need. Tundra-dwelling Tendarans are skilled hunters and fishers. They summon their crystal's eminence-based ice and crystal magic to manipulate weather, freezing foes and enemies. Okay, so this one is based on malediction. The other two are based on eminence. Oh, it even changed their stats, actually. Okay. So I guess this one allows us to go like both sides, I guess? Crystal archery, and cone of cloud, or cone of cold. I was about to say cone of cloud. I don't even know how that would work. Raise undead, blood spear, mistletoe dart, doing nature damage, looking poison buildup. Any wind flying around them. No, I was about to say, like, the idea of doing a roar as an assassin who's supposed to be, like, sneaky doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. But this would be kind of like a good, like, backup ability in case something goes wrong. You start getting chased to get people kind of pushed away from you. So we'll try the Nisarga. Oh, I have to choose a single spell. Okay, in that case, mistletoe dart. For color, for pattern. Okay, so then for color... Okay, I'll choose a whole bunch of different patterns. Okay, that's probably going to be the closest to me. What about this one? Yeah, that's not quite as much me, so let's go with this one then. And then body. Voice type. I think we'll go with that one. Alright, I think that should be basically everything, so let's take a look. Oh, okay, difficulty levels. Less challenging, the original difficulty. The intended level of challenge. Directed to players' experience in action Souls-like combat. You know what? This is what the devs intend. We're gonna go with what the devs intend.
Before Isla,
Suddenly
there
red.
dwelled an age ended in Starfall. When, in the night of shards, 6 crystals fell scattered by the skies.
Is this supposed to be all red?
Anakativa.
I feel like this might be a bug.
Reshaped by their will, the crystals offered us wisdom and power and purpose. But covetous of their favor.
Okay, this is not supposed to be red.
Leading clan against clan in war for the shards of a shattered god.
I don't think it was actually gonna work.
In the shadow of our greed stood a race of prey, woefully forgot. The Kota Kaya. In their numbered plagues, they too pled for purpose. But they were not by favor blessed. Thus abandoned, began a feud felt still in the bones of this world. For want of wisdom would we all have perished, if not for the meddling of one foolish cup. Had not Elaria of Nisaga, marked by favor a Kristalan, united the clans in common purpose. From her memory rose the Order of Raksaka, holy knights favored to stand sentinel in Elaria's stead. Since that day, and on each year thereafter, 6 among the clans would be chosen, marked by the crystals to bear Elaria's burden.
Is that Hunger Games?
But only one may pass the test.
That's Hunger Games.
Only one wreathed Raksaka.
Okay, now we can actually see stuff going on.
And so begin we again. Raksaka, initiate yet favored, ye who is marked for proving.
Yes, cat.
Raksaka.
Also cat, but very scrungly looking cat. Talk to Atreus. Get my basic controls. I have a jump. Control doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, alters the dodge roll.
Real descent, are we Kristalans made kin? You and I? Ah, but blood alone does not make one Raksaka. No, oh no. The Order is
His staff has a bird.
Born of deed. Before you, I bear a legendary task, set forth in days of yore by Elaria of the Nisaga. To become Raksaka, you must first embark upon a proving journey to each of the 6 clans. Stand judgment before the sacred crystals. Such is your trial. I've arranged for a ranger to accompany you in your travels through Dalamace.
I bet they die in 5 minutes.
Seems he has not yet arrived.
Correction, they died 5 minutes ago.
Out westward at his Jakanda lookout. He goes by the name Dibar.
Or like Deadall.
You then to find me in Nissa when you are ready for your first judgment. Safe travels, Raksaka.
You're just gonna poof away, aren't you? Oh no, he just stays there. Okay. Ilarial fonts. Interact with the Ilarial font to activate it. Resting on Ilarial font fully restores your health and mana and refills all stigmata charges, but also respawns with enemies you defeat. Yep. If you die, you'll return to the last font you rested at. This is a game you think most people were looking at in the list. I can definitely see that, especially with like how big Elden Ring was and still kind of continues to be, and this definitely is kind of along those veins. I mean, I feel like Souls-likes haven't been as much in like the zeitgeist as they were once upon a time, but yeah, they're still pretty big out there, I think. You can also use your Verminous Alms to teleport back to the last visited Ilarial font, automatically triggering the effects of rest. Okay. I love how I broke it into place. Left click to perform a light attack. Use light attacks to damage enemies and break destructible objects. Light attacks can be chained to execute devastating combos. Okay, mouse input for the light attack, keyboard input for the heavy attack. That seems weird. To press to perform a heavy attack. Heavy attacks are stronger than light attacks, but consume balance. They can also be charged for increased power by holding down the F button. Okay, so the middle bar is my stamina.
Ah, seeking wisdom, eh?
Okay, I thought these were actually enemies for me to fight. Oh. Alright then. Yeah, destroy all the things. Ooh, a little flippy kick. Or, not really a kick, but close enough. Can I swim? Wading through knee-deep water prevents you from crouching, dashing, or jogging. Chest-deep water prevents you from jumping and attacking. However, you can still climb on objects. Falling in water or other out-of-bounds areas will result in suffering an amount of non-lethal damage, occasionally paired with other harmful effects and respawning nearby. Other harmful effects, okay. Press middle click to lock on or off. I guess press again to switch target. Locking onto enemies will help keep track of them during combat. You will strafe when locked onto an enemy, making it easier to dodge oncoming attacks and projectiles. Oh, now they're actually active. Press 1 to cast your equipped spell. Spells require mana to cast. Your melee attacks recover mana. The amount varies between different weapons. You can also left to consume a charge of your Stigmata Amethystus and recover mana. Your Stigmata will automatically replenish their charges when resting at an Ilarial font. R to consume a charge of your Stigmata Rubinus to recover health. Your Stigmata automatically replenish. Yeah. I think there's something shiny over here I could get, yeah. See what that is first. Shiny. Dregs of Crystal Dust. You can use consumables from the inventory menu or equip one of them to your item quick slots in the equipment menu. Okay. Okay, there's our inventory. We have 2 different loadouts, interesting. That's going to be the magic recovery. This is bringing us back... No, wait. A bunch... Okay, this is our healing stuff, I think. Inventory, we don't have too much. Offered a sacrifice to garner 100 Chris. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the experience / souls in this. Well, Robert actually didn't put your late night order off long enough to cancel it for once. Your pillows arrive in 25 minutes instead of 9 hours. I'll take that time improvement any day of the week. Hey, welcome on in, Cyber. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I wish I could have made this work in controller. I don't know why it wasn't. I can't break through there, apparently. Destroy all the things. Oh. Ooh, more shiny. More dregs of crystal dust. Press shift to sprint. You automatically vault over obstacles while sprinting. Okay. Hold down G and down. Oh. Okay, why G and down? That is a weird key combination. Just to jump, automatically clean. Oh, clean to climbable objects within reach. Okay. Can I... Oh, I can't quite get up there. Wait, shiny. And thank you for the lurk. Anything else I can get here? Doesn't look like... I can't get through. Yeah, I can't do anything there. Okay, so I think I need to be able to get up here. There we go, okay. Let's just not hit the hitbox correctly. Wait. Wait, what do we go up here? Oh, do I just... No, that doesn't go over it. Oh, over there, okay. There we go. Anything... I don't think there's anything over here to get. You take no damage from falling. Okay, good to know. Do I want to go down here is, I guess, the next question. Reach the village. Yeah, G is probably more or less the equivalent of square on a PlayStation controller, so they translated square plus D-pad to G plus arrow keys. I mean, the thing is, in order for me to do that, I have to take my hand away from my mouse in order to be able to do that. I guess it is a non-combat activated thing so far, so maybe it's not, like, the worst thing in the world. But yeah, having to take my hand away from my mouse, which would let me, well, what let me control my perspective, is the part that seems weird to me. Also, what's that shiny thing over there? Is that like a portal or something? Can I block from the other side? Yeah, it's annoying. It's also kind of annoying that when I try to alt-tab, because of the alt button, it kind of forced my character like a mini dodge in a way. Yeah, it's annoying. Had a few games use the same exact combos, including, you think, Pre-Master Dark Souls. I'm guessing it's probably most because these games are designed for controller rather than actual mouse and keyboard, so they just kind of did the best they could with it, but... I mean, I feel like they could have... I mean, like, control doesn't do anything. They could have just made it, like, control and then, like, some other key combination. That would have made much more sense, I think. No, I keep looking at these mushrooms thinking I can pick them up, but the game's not letting me. Walk or jump onto a rope to automatically walk on it. I see a rope over there. I don't see a rope over here. Unless I can actually go onto the boats. Oh, there's the rope. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a dead person. Corruption can be lethal if you step too close. You can clear corruption by destroying its source. No, I don't... Oh, I guess that's this corruption. That's probably this thing. Yeah. Get him. Oh my god, a furry! Welcome in, Rat Cream. How you doing tonight? Alt F4 works better? Duly noted, I'll try that later. You personally recommend Control Alt Delete. Best combination. Amnesia Stone. What does that do? And I guess I don't get to see what it does. The Rosary. Okay. Consumable weapon sets. What did I just pick up? Okay, having this little tutorial thing up here is kind of annoying. I can't actually see what that thing does. Yeah, jump toward a scratched wall to hold onto it. To a scratched wall. Oh, this. Okay. Okay. So it's a pseudo version of wall jumping. Gotcha. Yeah. Now I can see more of my screen here. Echoes. Hell. Okay, here's my actual equipment. Outlet, ring, tail charm. Key items. Hungering husk of colorless rock starved of memory. Used to unlearn a single spell element. Otherwise known as Oblivion Ore, such minerals are mined in far-off lands where mana is scarce. It's as if Eilor herself were drained of magic. Okay, I'm not sure why I'd want to unlearn something. Do you love Skyrim kitties? Heck yeah. Yeah, it creates the Dark Descent. Yeah, Amnesia Stone, what does that do? Uses. Amnesia Stone, what does that do? Uses. Amnesia Stone, what does that do? Also acceptable would have been Amnesia Stone, what does that do? I forgot. The Orb of Confusion from SpongeBob. I've seen it almost nothing of SpongeBob, so pretty much all those references will be lost on me. Ah, dang, I missed. Take that. Elite enemies. A strong version of the normal counterparts, marked by the glowing red eyes. They pose a serious threat, but reward even or those who defeat them. Once slain, they will not respawn. Oh, I see you now. Okay, I'm guessing that's like a poise, or I think they call it balance in this. Oh. Ow. Ah. Oh god, he actually does hurt. Oh, I wouldn't let me dodge. Oh. Yeah, it turns on, brain shuts off.
Oh, yeah.
God, I mean, do we still get to keep our stuff? Okay, we do still. Oh, we still get to keep our stuff. That's at least good. So now we gotta go through all this again. Yeah, there's actually nothing to be gained from any of this, I don't think. Okay, so basic attacks do not cost stamina. That's actually really good to know. Okay, strong attacks cost stamina. But regular attacks do not. Also, sprinting does not take stamina. That's also a good thing. Oh, did not run first. Okay, try that again. There we go.
You get the drink from the fire.
I can do that real quick.
Okay, you ready? Open wide.
Ah! Thank you for the hydrate. Done by briefly? Well, welcome on back. Yeah, if you remember right, they whip out the Orb of Confusion to try and stop a villain that just stands there and go, duh, because they're still holding the Orb of Confusion. No, that would actually be like a great troll item in like a D&D campaign. I kind of want to see that as long as I'm not a player in that campaign. Anxiety still being very bad though. Stupid, dumb anxiety. More like dumbxiety. Ah, got him. Oh, there's a shiny here I missed. Cattail Bouquet. What does that do? Key items, that was that. Using crafting recipes, okay. Is this openable? Nope. That sounds about right. Oh. Well. Is there anything else I can, like, finagle myself toward? Oh, there's an enemy over there. I don't think I can get to him. Wait a minute. Hello. Can I can walk on this. Heck yeah, secret. A pinch of crystal dust. Not sure if that's the same thing we found before or not, but... Alright. Just one at a time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Wait a minute. I can get something back. Okay, get my stuff back. I'm gonna steal this. I will come back for that later, maybe. Oh, let's bring it back up here. I want to go back up here. Sorry, buddy. Nice to meet you. Yeah, there's an alien crystal that makes people dumb in Zack McCracken. Basically, one of that game mechanics, the aliens would lock you to a room and with it, net are all your verbs commands except walk would slowly get taken away, and after you leave, they slowly come back. I don't know that game. I'm assuming that's a game at that point. How do I get through this? Oh, that just immediately takes me out. Okay. Okay, so I need to find a way to break. Oh, do I have to go this way? Hmm. Oh, that hardly does any damage. Also, apparently there's a big cooldown. Ooh. Oh, there's a perfect guard system in this. Okay. Wait. That seemed way too fast for him to be able to attack there. Usually they kind of like telegraph the move in some way. That was just instantaneous damage. Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, 1988. The brainstorming of your Yorduri's alternate life form is still ongoing? Yeah, brainstorming. Yeah, made by the same people who made the far more popular Maniac Mansion? Okay, that one I've at least heard of, but I don't think I've ever actually played it. But yeah, I think if I'm a little bit more just like conscious of my motions, I should be able to make that work. For that little kind of mini boss. Okay, so go through all this again. Oh, I couldn't get on top of the mushroom. Yeah, have a good one, Caltrix. And hopefully that anxiety goes away soon. Yeah, I don't think I can re-pick up items. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, wait. Actually, there's really no other way I could have gone. Oh. Oh, God. Ooh. Come on. Dang it. Ooh. Ah, dang it. Oh, how am I alive? There we go. Oh, good lord. Okay, we finally survived that. R for healing, I think it was? Yeah, okay. Alright, that's my first heal. Oh wait, were we were just here. Dang it. Wait, so then okay, how am I supposed to progress then? There's nothing here to access. There's nothing for me to just destroy here. Is there something back here I need to access? Wait. Okay, it looks like I should be able to interact with these, but I apparently can't. Yeah, that brings me up to here, but this doesn't actually do anything, so I can't go that way. Unless I can target that? Nope. Doesn't let me. Yeah, I can't get up there. Do I need to go back? Okay, so this brings us back to the start of the entire segment. Still can't break through that, I'm guessing. Hmm. Yeah, nothing over here.
By Alarial descent are we Kristalans made kin, you and I.
Oh, I couldn't go back the other way too, apparently. Skip ahead. Hello? Can I come in? Please? I just need to use the litter box, please. I mean, technically I could get in. I feel like there's a way to manipulate the hitboxes here and actually get inside here. Welcome in, TD. How you doing tonight? Fine, if you're not gonna let me in, I'm gonna break your stuff. Definitely don't want to go down there. Or there. Okay. Okay, so we can't do anything there. There's really nowhere else for us to explore, as far as I can tell.
By Alarial descent are we Kristalans made kin, you and I.
Okay, what if I use the
But blood alone does
intro
not
crystal?
make
This
one
offers 200. You gain Cris by killing enemies. When you acquire enough Cris, you gain Devotion. Devotion can be exchanged at Alarial fonts to level up and increase your attributes. Okay. Level up. What do you even want to go with? What? Oh, okay. Strength is for heavy weapons. And finesse is for advanced weapons. Wait, Predator? What is Predator? Allows you to cast Eminence Magic, boosts the spell power of Eminence cast or scaling talismans, and enhances related defenses and resistances. Which is eh. Okay, so we have one devotion point apparently. Yeah, I didn't exactly miss. I was just kind of distracted by things, and also for some reason this game window I can't actually move this on my screen, so I actually can't see anything going on with my model right now. So unless I see the text for it, I can't really respond to it. And even then, I'm not going to necessarily say spin for every single like spin that happens, especially when like obviously if I'm like distracted or if there's something like more serious going on in the game. Just like if the mood is right, I'll say the spin thing, but otherwise it's just gonna be the visual effect. Maximum equip load and bleed resistance. How much does this give us for health? Modest amount. Malediction, that's for the other type of magic. Okay, both these at least increase our defenses at least for various elements, which is kind of nice. Willpower, ability to cast spells, and governs mana. I also like how it kind of hovers over what stats will be affected when we boost that. Actually, no, it doesn't do. I guess maybe it depends, or it shows you what the primary beneficiary of the thing is going to be. Critical damage modifier. I still don't even know what Predator is. Also, that's not a lot of critical damage, like 3.4%, really? Yeah, let's do finesse, I guess. Finish. Sacrifice the leveled. Wait. Oh, that's for respecking. Okay, hold up. So if I do finesse. Okay, there we go. I think it's because I hovered over respec and that kind of modified things. Spell tree? Feline tree. Hello? Oh, I need like special gems for these apparently. Okay, so do I start with the blue ones? Okay, I have available materials. Can I even... Literally everything looks like it requires Tiger's Eye. Okay, why show me a resource? Oh, wait, no, okay. But wait, agility, stealth. Well, that's all Tiger's Eye. Alchemy? I cannot do anything for alchemy. Okay, yeah, why are you showing me a material that doesn't actually help with anything? I literally cannot get any of this. Preparation? Oh, if I change my loadout, stuff like that. Spell tree? Armaments, Eminence 10. Yeah, we're probably not getting any new spells. Especially when we need like Eminence 10 minimum for anything. Increase regen durability of spell. Okay, so this is what we started with right here. Progress in the proving. Okay, so I guess I can't do anything. That's why I wanted to forget a spell. Yeah, no. And that's why I want to fast travel. Okay.
The order.
Okay, so I'm not sure what else I could be doing at the moment. I took a little bit of damage, that's fine. Get him. And of course, they're worth so little experience. Okay, so... yeah, we unlocked this path. How do we progress from here? This is all like evil poison mist. What am I missing? Can't like climb anywhere up on there. The crystal. I'm pretty sure I can't just jump over this. Oh, never mind. I can. Okay, I did not see that being a bar I could flip off of. Right-click to block. Blocking reduces incoming damage depending on defensive stats of the weapon you're using. Blocking attacks lowers your balance. Going below 0 balance renders you exhausted. Taking damage while exhausted will unbalance you, leaving you open to a critical hit. Some actions like heavy attacks or weapon skills have reduced power while exhausted. Press right-click before an attack hits you to perform a deflect. Attacking and deflecting enemies lowers their balance. Left-click to perform a takedown on an unbalanced enemy. Takedowns deal increased damage depending on your critical damage. I apparently need to do some spin damage. Alt tap to dodge. Wait, tap to dash, double tap to dodge. Dashing and dodging consumes balance. You're briefly invulnerable while dashing or dodging. Okay, so either one works. That's good to know. Use that to avoid enemy attacks and strike while they're open. Perfect timing will result in a perfect dodge, which we did see a little bit of earlier. Yeah, get deflected, nerd. I'm assuming that did no damage to me. I didn't really fully pay attention to that. I know that that's one of my issues with the games like Dark Souls, where even like deflecting an attack with a shield will still, you still take some damage from that, which I find kind of bullcrap. Hello, shiny. Oh, 50 money. Okay. That'd be like an item or something. Hold C to crouch and move silently. Backstab unaware enemies by pressing left click behind their backs. Crouching in tall grass will hide you from enemies. Enemies can spot or hear you. Once alerted, they will attack and may also draw other enemies into the fight. Observe enemy patrols and plan your ambush carefully. Stealth can thin the ranks, sometimes eliminating the need for combat. Ha 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 ha, you can't see me. I am ninja. I eat it. Eat him. Ooh, I see more shiny. Can I get in? Yeah, I can get in. Lingering favor. Lesser favor of Rubinus, long forsaken by one without. Expend garnered favor to restore a small amount of health. Fades upon use. Spends garnered favor? Oh. Ooh. Oh, another amnesia stone. Okay. Not that I need the amnesia portion of it, but... oh. You see nothing. And you live nothing. Get him. Oh, there's still more. Oh, there's a second guy back there too. Oh, I don't think I can stealth up to the second one. Nope. Definitely not like that. Okay, so I still say in stealth. That's at least good. Oh, he almost saw me. I mean, I really can't get by him. There was a second one, wasn't there? There he is. He almost saw us. Maybe I can't. Oh, I can get to him actually. Okay. Is this gonna work? Oh, that did not work. God damn it. Oh, okay, dang it. Yeah. And that's one of the things I've never really cared for when it comes to Souls-likes, that's like 2 or 3 hits from even like a basic enemy and you're basically dead. I started all the way back here again. Hey, get my minute amount of experience back from those guys. Yeah, not looking at this game, planning on doing this game later, but you're staying and lurking? Heck yeah. Come at me, bro. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Must have destroyed his poison enough. Okay, I already got that. Oh, okay, that was a little faster. Oh. Dang it. Oh, God. I think I'm not good at this game. There we go. Come at me, bro. Come on. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know what timing there is to go from the middle of attack to like a deflect attempt. At least that worked out. So where did I die? I don't know where my death thing is. Okay, I didn't realize you'd be able to continue your attack in that case. Yeah, take that. Yeah, where did I die? I want to get my stuff back. Something up there. How do I get up there? That was the house we were in before. Is there a way to like climb up from inside or something? Maybe? I don't see an obvious way up. How do I get to that? Has something to do with this? Okay, yeah, that's how it is. Dregs of crystal dust. Another shiny up there, but I have even less of an idea how I get that. But yeah, seriously, where's my my death statue thing? Could have been around here. Unless I was trying to do it around over here, maybe. Okay, I don't know where my death thing is. Dang it. I don't think I got it already. Yeah, let's see if we can get some cool stuff over here. Chiseler. Ooh, tail charm. That's our first one of those. Inventory. Tail Charm. Raises endurance by 9. Okay. I don't know if we can actually equip it here, though. We might have to be... Okay, so we can equip it immediately. Nice. Now we have more endurance. Let's second go. Okay, so we can't go through there. Can we... Nope. Okay, I can't actually do anything in there. Tiny. Okay, nobody else is around. Another guy over there. There's 2 of them. Not gonna be able to get both, unfortunately. But we don't need to. We just need to get the one. Yeah, just like that. Easy game. There's something in there. There we go. Echo of the Assassin. Echoes can be found in the world or bought from merchants across Ilure. You can imbue weapons and talismans with echoes to give them special effects. You tried that out in the preparation menu at an Ilarial font. Weapons and talismans have a specific echo slots, so not all echoes will fit every armament. Utilize them accordingly to match your playstyle. A blacksmith should also be able to help you imbue more echoes into your gear. Okay. I don't know if we're even gonna get to a blacksmith in the demo, but... Oh, hi. Yeah, take that. That should not have gone as well as it did. Just straight up. Oh, I can't open that. Is this where I was earlier? Oh, this is where I was earlier. Okay, so I've opened up another shortcut. I could go back and save, but eh. Oh. Oh, you... Is that a gun? Hold up, can I sneak around the other way? I don't think I can. Yeah, I cannot sneak around the other way. How do I... Okay. While you're scouting the other direction. There we go. And the other 2 are none the wiser. There we go. Can I open this? I can. Anything over here that's worth getting? Well, hello. Yeah, take that. Get oh, I got a pure key. Okay. I got something of value. Ooh, hello. Nope. I'm sorry, what? How do you not see me? There is no reason you should have not seen me there. Another lingering favor. Another thing on there. More dregs of crystal dust. I don't know if I have enough of those for like a level up at this point. Here again. Oh, more guys. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, come on. And dead. The guy over there. Tiny. More money. Okay. Ooh, I see a person over there. Oh, is that supposed to be like an epic enemy? Because of the red eyes? Why can't I take their weapon? I want to use the weapon for my own. I'll check him out later. There. Okay, you're over there. Okay. Okay, perfect timing. More shiny. Forgotten favor. Okay, how do I... I'm way over there. Wait a minute. I can sneak into here. Anything cool? Loot. Give loot. Okay, money. I love how disappointed I am to find money in this game. Because I have literally no use for it as of yet. Okay, so I have to do this fight, it looks like. Oh, there's another cat. Well, time to get murdered. Unless I can sneak... Oh, he found me. Yeah, get him. Lots of damage. Wait. Okay, I'm out of healing. Get him. Yeah, first try. Let's go. Lesser Knight's Ring. Might be able to... Okay, I can just do that. Increase the stability by 10. Sure. Okay, so... I can't seem to do anything here. It's like climb... Shiny. More dregs of crystal dust. Oh, I can't break any of that. Jump over an unaware enemy and press left click to perform an aerial takedown. Ooh, I see shine. Ooh, do I want to try that? I don't think I want to try that quite yet. Eat him. Okay, now I can attack with this. Oh, there's an Illyrio font. Finally get a checkpoint. Hey, level up. Let's go. How do I get up there? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, was that the only thing there? I thought there was something higher up. Apparently not. There's a person over there. First off, let's do the checkpoint thing. Alright, level up. You have 2 devotion points, okay. Super Madge, your pillows you've been waiting for 6 hours are the wrong pillows. They had one job. I mean, they're still pillowing. They're just not pillowing in the way that you expect them to pillow. So they're technically doing their job. What's your HP? Eh. Posture, balance. You know what? Yeah, just all attack all the time. Because why not? Oh, you're a merchant, maybe?
Oh, if it isn't another initiate, skulking my way like a wanton vagrant. Brilliant. Presumptuous, are we not? Very well. I am Prada Loon, Luminant Scribe, Cosmic Cartographer, and apprentice to Chronicler Udamos.
I have no idea what that is.
To this interruption.
Atreus Stone?
Atreus Stone?
Oh, Atreus.
That bumbling fossil playing at wizardry. He could not hold a candle to the archivists of Liu, let alone conjure the simplest fairy light. Perchance, are you familiar with the celestial folio of Chronicler Udamos?
Not even a little bit.
No, I scarcely thought as much. My tutor wishes me to acquire for him 5 particular scrolls. Star charts, to be exact. Long ago loaned to the libraries of the late Magistrate Rayla, and at present egregiously overdue.
Yay, fetch quest is coming.
The scrolls lie just beyond this gate, somewhere in Her Magistrate's manse. Given your apparent talent for impertinence, you might do for me this simple task. In return, I offer payment, as well as knowledge. That is, if you contain the proclivity for complex thought.
Well, if you contain the proclivity for your face! I guess I need to be able to get in there first. Yeah, we'll maybe worry about that later. Let's see what happens if we go over here first. Study your surroundings to find different paths. Use your agility to your advantage. Enemies recover their balance over time. Be aggressive to take them down. Okay. I just... Nice. I can... Do I want to is the question. Hello. Wait. Get him. Yeah. Ninja path? Ninja? I see shiny. I am shiny ninja. Yeah, delivery people had one job, make sure to deliver the right thing. I mean, again, they delivered the right type of product. Everybody deserves at least a little bit of credit for at least making it to the job. Okay, no immediately discernible end. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, casually walk around to the one spot that I can hide forever. So that's a safe choice. Can I get up there? There is something up there. Oh! Apparently I can just jump into those. Apparently I'm a heavy as hell cat. There we go. Okay, some money. That didn't do anything. I can get up here. What does this do for me? So far, nothing. Oh, hello. Ah, dang it. Ow. You son of a... I don't know how that guy didn't see any of that. Oh, dang it. Take that. Can I take your equipment? Oh, I want my own gun, sword, and shield. Dang it, game. Can I get in here? Lock from the other side. Dang it. Oh, just like that. Okay. Ooh, loot. Echo of the Ranger +1? Forgotten Favor. Or mana, meh. Assassin +1. Reduces balance cost of all balance consuming action by 7%. Can be enhanced with blacksmith. Oh, these things I need to like... Okay, these are things I enchant into equipment. Gotcha. Oh, you look, special. Is there a way I can, like, sneak... What are you doing? Wait, where'd you go? Hello? Bog grog? Cure the effects of poison. I think that's more likely to cause poison, but sure. There's no way I can one-shot you, can I? Yellow marked attacks can't be blocked. They can, however, be deflected. Red marked attacks can be blocked or deflected. Try to avoid them. The red is dead. Ow. Oh, God. That was... Okay, that was just instant death. At least I have a closer respawn point now. I think he had to go this way, yeah. But unfortunately, now all the basic enemies are going to respawn, so I got to watch out for all of them now. Oh, is that not a door? Oh, that door leads from there, okay. Okay, there's you. There's that guy again. Yeah, it didn't seem like I could do like a critical strike on him for whatever reason. Okay, wait for you to come by. Oh, of course, then you just stop right there. Yeah, you're not worth. What? What did they fire at? Oh, you saw me. Okay. I mean, I guess kind of fair? Oh, I can't even get in there. Wow, you're smart. Welcome in, Gecko. How you doing tonight? What's this? Cat Assassin's Creed? More like Cat Souls. It's literally just imagine Elden Ring but furry. That's literally 100% what this game is. Oh god. God. Okay. Yeah, and as kind of expected, I have like moments of goodness with this. But yeah, they're not in high. Oh right, there's my other thing. So get this back. Yeah, that was my like the culmination of my in this game's version of Souls for when I died. Okay, and sneak attack. Yeah, been a rough week. Weekend is here, but don't think it'll be long enough break to recover. I definitely know that feeling. All I know is that for me in 2 weeks I'll be on my vacation. I'll be hecking. Hello? Is that a fish person? That's a fish person. Who's seen better days. Oh. Yeah, don't mind me. I just murdered your friend literally right in front of your eyes. It's fine. Yeah, there's like a mini boss over this way, but I do not feel like bothering with him right now because he kind of one-shot me last time I tried. Shiny up there. That was a whole bunch of shinies. I don't know if I feel like bothering with him right now, though. Metal Gear Perception lives on. Yeah, pretty... well... Ah, come on. There we go. I like that if you just keep attacking them enough through their shield, eventually you break their poise, you can just attack them anyway. Are you regular, or what are you? What are you? Hello? Apparently I can't sneak attack you. Oh god, no, oh god. Well. Okay, so anything bigger than, like, the regular rats, I really can't do anything with. Yeah, that's kind of the experience with anything beyond a basic enemy in this game. Because, again, Souls-like. And like I mentioned, I can't see my model right now because of where the game window is placed. So, yeah, I'm going to miss a lot of those visual references. Oh, there's a shiny up there. You have shiny? Bunch of crystal dust. Okay, I love how I missed the first one, but I still got the second. Is this? I think that's where we. Where are you going? Looks like I think he's going. Oh, I'm going completely the wrong way. Yeah, man. Come on, walk faster. Oh god, what are you doing? Ah, dang. Oh, he didn't see me. Or did he? Okay. He did see me and he did hurt me, but oh well. Okay, that guy's doing a little jig. Aw. Well, he was having a good time. Yeah, I think if I stay out of his sight long enough, I think he does give up on me. Check something. Still got a few minutes. Yeah, I should have forgotten about me by this point. Or did he? Can I get in here? No, that's not a door. Oh, damn it. Come on. I'm not sure how that worked, but I guess I'll take it. Can you even get me from down there? I don't think he can. Ah, lost him. Oh, 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 oh. Just phase through easy. Just teleport through space and time. And the bog draw. Oh, hello. Ah, dang it. Okay, I still got him. Oh, there's the source. Ooh. Echo of the Enchantress. Yeah, do everything I can to avoid combat with these guys. You gonna turn around, buddy? I'm guessing not. Yeah, I think he's stationary. Okay, I can get to you at least. Oh, got another one of the big guys. You know, let's take the fight that we know we can actually win. There we go. Of course, no, neither of those guys heard all that. Oh, they saw that, though. Okay, I got lucky with that deflect right there. Holy crap. Alright, and looks like we got ads starting momentarily, so I'm going to go ahead, and I think it should be fine. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a BRB. I think when we get back, we'll just move on to our final game for the night. And welcome in, Jake. How you doing tonight? Yeah, unfortunately, we're right about to start a BRB real quick. But yeah, I'll run a few minutes of ads just to make sure we get rid of them for the rest of the stream. And yeah, when we get back, we'll go with something a lot more lighthearted than this game. But yeah, with that, we shall... a burb. Yeah, came back to perfect time. Also, I love how the combat music is still going even though I've like taken out all the immediately harmful enemies. In fact, I feel like it's gotten louder and more intense. But yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, it's you. Okay. Not fair. But yeah, let's go ahead and... where's the proper way to close the game? Settings? Oh, there's an unstuck button. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and quick to desktop. Oh, also turn off the BRB. I presume there was no catches in that batch of attempts. Yeah, but better luck next time. But yeah, speedrunners can no clip, so can you. Unless it's heritage, at which point there really is no clipping, unfortunately. And even like the one section of no clip I did find, it literally just didn't even do anything, which made me sad. Eating dinner, just chilling for the night? Heck yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the last game loaded up. So this one is actually in my regular library, because it's not actually a demo. Let's go. So yeah, according to my Steam library, my Steam library, it says I have 2.6 hours of time in this game. Technically, it's right, but as far as the time I've actually played the game itself, that's more like 10, 15 minutes. Let me get everything set up first. So window. That's kind of loud on my side. I don't think there's going to be too much else I can do with settings. Yeah, I'm going to have to modify the resolution on the actual stream itself, but we'll deal with that in a moment. Unless I can... Okay, I can do this. Oh, I didn't realize that Fox and Mori did some music for this game. Interesting. Okay, let me zoom this out. Okay, there it goes. It took a bit. Okay, let me update the category. Oh yeah, like I mentioned, Steam says I have over 2.5 hours in this game. I've only actually had like 10 to 15 minutes because right after I started this game, a friend of mine basically needed some assistance for things that could not wait. So like the remainder of like 2+ hours at that point was just me being away and kind of helping him with stuff. But yeah, welcome to Winds of Change, which is I think literally the only the only visual novel game period I've actually paid for. So. Oh, you won this game? Yeah, apparently it's on like a 90% sale for the Steam or the Anthem Festival event, I think. Yeah, 90% off. This game is currently $2. So yeah, if anybody wants a very visual novel, I don't know full on about like the quality of the story in this one. I know there was another game that the developer Clace, I think that's how you pronounce their name. They had another game they came out with relatively recently. I think Komorebi, I think something like that. I've looked for like various parts of that in a friend stream for that. That was actually a pretty decently written story and characters, so that one I can definitely vouch for. This one is still kind of a new experience for me because I've really not played anything practical of it. But first, Steam library or Steam store page blurb first. Lead the rebellion, build your army, and shape the world with your choices. A story-heavy adventure game with multiple endings, romance options, and non-linear storytelling. A vast fantasy world waiting to be explored. Inspired by Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Fully voice acted by a stellar cast. Yeah, let's make sure. Not sure what rollback side is supposed to mean here. Menu background. Okay, so if I like had a save file, it would play from like different location at that point. But yeah, nothing for me to really modify here, so let's go. Nugame. Enjoy your adventure. And choose wisely. In the world of Alestia, where the spirits reign supreme. ... Waiting for ... to end.
The rebellion is in shambles. With the recent loss of their leader, they are struggling. But this defeat was not without a victory of its own. For in his final moments, he secured an artifact of great importance. This blade was paramount to the Triumvirate's leadership of Alestia. And without it, their tyrannical grip on the people would surely falter. Having no choice, they give their Grand Inquisitor one simple order. Destroy the rebellion and retrieve the lost blade of the Triumvirate.
Technically, that's 2 orders.
The new leader of the rebels has set other plans in motion. Hiding the blade in Valinor, he is confident that it will be protected. This sheltered hamlet is now custodian to the weapon that would liberate the world.
Yeah, completely defenseless village.
It would be met with a gruesome fate by the Triumvirate and their Grand Inquisitor.
And there it is. Yeah, trying to hide any like world-destroying or world-saving weapon in a peaceful village, it's not gonna end well for the village. Well, welcome on in, Mez. How you doing tonight? Winds of Change. Maybe it will subvert expectations. Before the title even popped down, it already proved to be completely matching expectations. So yeah, there's kind of that. Everything is burning. I can do little to stop it from spreading. An immense pain assaults my head, and I throw my face into my hands. You didn't notice. Yeah, I was literally doing the transition of the everything being on the fire right before the title screen, so yeah. Same question repeatedly plays in my mind. What am I doing here? I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying the start of my weekend. I can definitely say that much. And then in 2 weeks from now, I'll be on a proper vacation, which I'll be getting ready for my local furry convention, Furry Migration. So I'm definitely looking forward to that too. I just wish the next 2 weeks would pass already so I can be on vacation, because I need it at this point. I have no knowledge of what happened up until this point. My brain is struggling to fill in the blanks, not gaining any headway. It was almost like, until this exact moment, I never existed. Then why is it now that cognition has found me? Looking forward to what? Furry Migration, my local furry convention in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's literally like half a mile from where I live, so yeah, it's gonna be fun to get to that. Was there something I could do to put out these flames? Or perhaps, was I the cause of this inferno to begin with? A foolish thought, and one I throw away. If I was responsible, then I wouldn't feel this sense of dread, an emotion shared by those who stand beside me.
Come on, pick up the pace. If we waste any more time, we won't make it out alive. There's no way the Elder would let me let that one down.
I feel like she's escorting me, and I should follow her. Could it be that she's been tasked with my protection? I grasp at the straws that are the memories in my mind. I'm only able to latch onto one. It's the title that I go by.
Are you even paying attention?
This choice will determine your gender. I'm the seer.
I know who you are, sir. Did you hit your head or something?
Maybe. She scoffs as she turns the other way. But I know she's right. I'm not taking this seriously. It feels like a dream, and I doubt that it's all happening. A few moments later, a sudden sensation startles me. There's a firm grip on my shoulder. We aren't alone. Underneath the veil of fright, I turn to greet the second stranger.
Valessa has our safety in mind, okay? Forgive her hot-headedness for me. Freedom isn't too much farther. We need to stay calm and think this through. Two guys like us, we should have no problem. We'll be safe and sound before you know it.
We weave through the houses and alleys to remain unseen. Doing our best to be completely silent, we bring no attention to ourselves. The flames encourage our urgency, but we're careful not to be fast or reckless. Our silence makes everything else more prominent, however. The screams of those being slaughtered fill me with a feeling of disgust. We need to find cover, and Valessa points out a small alcove waiting nearby.
Look, they're dying because they panicked. We need to stay calm and think through this together. If we freak out, we'll only end up like them, you know?
She has a point. Our first instinct was to run, but so was theirs. We should let them face the brunt of this attack.
Ooh. Good idea to let them soak it up for us, wow. I like the little thumbs up icon. There has to be another way to do this.
I agree, Ulrich. We can't sacrifice everyone to buy time. I think the people of Valinor deserve far better.
Would you rather perish with them, Valessa? That's what'll happen if you go running out there. We're not equipped to handle this on our own. You have to remember what I'm doing here. It's my job to protect the both of you. Everyone else is expendable.
My suspicions are correct. Ulrich is the one protecting us. But why exactly are we a higher priority than the civilians? I venture a guess that we're currently in this Valinorth. The pain in my head pulses again, and I stumble back. As I let out a groan, Ulrich rushes over to my side. His exaggerated concern is now understandable.
It must be the smoke. Make sure to sit down. The lower you are right now, the better. Are you having trouble breathing?
I shake my head and let him know that it's not the smoke. This causes Valessa to chime in, voicing her concerns as well.
Yeah, something else is going on here. He's been acting strange for a while now. Is there something you need to tell us?
I can't seem to remember anything.
Did some debris fall on your head back there? I'm starting to side with Valessa on this one. Come on, time to gear you up.
He steps away for a few moments and inspects the ground around him. There's a brief period where I can't see him, but he returns with a blade. The fire causes it to glisten, almost like it's begging me to take it.
I don't care what's going on in that head of yours, but it's not more important than your survival. We're all overwhelmed. It's not just you.
He holds out the blade, expecting my compliance. At this rate, it seems like fighting may be inevitable.
Take it. We won't be standing here forever. As soon as we leave this alcove, we'll be vulnerable. I can't take care of you all the time, you know.
No, I don't like the term aggressive on this one. That kind of makes me less inclined to take this. I mean, maybe he'll appreciate that, but... Of course, I'll defend myself as well.
Now that's what I like to hear. I'll feel better if you have something to fight with. Valessa has her daggers, but you had nothing.
I grab the blade and swing it a couple times, testing its weight. It seems good enough for me, and I wouldn't have any problems using it. But it was a far cry from the massive blade that Ulrich carried.
Now then, it's time to move. Seems like some of the noise has finally died down. We should start by investigating the town square.
He walks off, expecting us to follow along. But as I'm about to take a step, Valessa grabs my arm. The look on her face tells me something is wrong.
You are confused about all this, right? I bet you don't even know what being the seer means, or how we've known each other for our entire lives.
I look at the ground in both shame and confusion. He's completely right. My head is a mess. As I try to think of an excuse, her response surprises me.
That's normal, but please listen. We only have a few moments before Ulrich notices we're not there. The seer is special. You wield spirits to induce prophetic visions. When you have these visions, you're unable to remember anything. When you wake up, you'll dismiss it as a dream and forget it ever happened. As your scribe, it's my job to help you take advantage of this. We have to follow Ulrich now, but know one thing. The way you're acting, I'm certain this is a vision. That means you can use it for information.
He takes a few steps closer to me and grabs my hands. Staring right into my eyes, I notice a glimmer of hope shining within her.
I'm relieved. This means Valinor is still fine. When you wake up, use this vision to save everyone. It's your duty as seer to ensure this doesn't become real.
She lets go of my hands and follows after Ulrich. Though it's hard to believe what she said, I'm less confused. I finally had a reason for why I felt so disconnected. But if this was a vision, then what would become of Ulrich and Vanessa? Or Valessa? Would all this carnage be undone as soon as I woke up? What if they died? Or what if I died in this vision? I follow after Valessa, realizing I might never know. But a faint sense of determination rises up within me. If there was a chance I could stop this, I had to do it. In the present day, the Triumvirate conspires with their Grand Inquisitor. But the events that led to Valinor's destruction had yet to be set into motion. Savi knelt before his masters, more eager to serve them than he had ever been before.
Rise, Sylvie, but please assure us of your certainty. We hate to act without knowing everything.
The prisoner mentions Valinor over and over. The rebels are hiding something of importance there. Along with recent events, we can only surmise one thing.
The Blade of Exodus.
I am almost certain. But if that's where they've chosen to hide it, it means that our other target is also there.
Your compliance pleases us, Sophie. Your plan was risky, but it worked out in the end. A final interrogation would influence our decision further.
You'd have me interrogate the prisoner once more. If I may be so bold, to what end do you request this?
Not you, Sophie. We want your apprentice to do this. It is time for him to prove his worth.
Their voices echoed loudly through the darkened chambers. It mattered not which triumvir spoke, for they were all of one mind. With a clear irritation in his voice, Sophie did his best to stay calm.
My apprentice? I've told you many times I want to work alone. It would be more efficient for me to do this myself.
Insubordination? This is unbecoming of you, Sophie. We demand that you obey. The role of Grand Inquisitor can be very dangerous. If we were to lose you, a replacement would be necessary. You must train this replacement while you still breathe.
As you command.
Sophie turned his back to the triumvirate and spotted his apprentice. He was standing by the door, listening to their conversation. He'd heard of Sophie's distaste for him. He showed no concern.
Interrogation? And what would you have me extract? I thought the prisoner was at his wit's end.
Anything to confirm our suspicions about Valinor. If you fail, I will not hesitate to punish you. Remember what we're on the verge of.
I understand, Master. I'll do my best to get you what you need. What are the limits when it comes to my approach?
Keep him alive, Helen. I find that psychological pain is the most valid approach. He cares more for his rebel allies than he does for himself.
Then I will threaten the rebellion's very core. I'm grateful to have this opportunity, Master. Things are starting to line up well for me.
They tend to do that when you have the Triumvirate's blessing. We should take care of this immediately and catch them unprepared. Every moment we waste is a moment they gain, Helen.
They leave the room together, talking amongst themselves. The Triumvirate waits until they're gone before speaking. A faint smile on their faces as age-old plans come to fruition.
So it's finally going to happen, isn't it? What we've been waiting for all these years. Do you think we should tell Sophie our true plan?
I mean, too late at this point. He's already left. Galen entered the prison cell, without Sophie at his side. His master remained outside as a pseudo-display of trust. But it was evident to Halen that no trust existed. The prisoner looked up, surprised to see a different face. Yet within him was still a slowly dwindling hope. Cut off from the rebellion, these would be his final days.
So, someone different has finally come. What are you, the executioner or something? I figured it was only a matter of time.
Actually, Sophie said to keep you alive. You seem to underestimate your value, Shane.
You think I'm important? That's not what I expected to hear.
Don't take it the wrong way. You must not know what I meant.
He knelt down in front of the prisoner. With a sinister smirk, he tried to intimidate Shane. Okay, roll your d20.
You're important as a bargaining chip. And the fact I must keep you alive is a curse. When I'm through with you, you'll beg for death. You see, I'm different from Sophie. He's past the bar. They no longer need to test him. But I'm in the position where results must happen. When we give you back, you'll be a broken man. And soon after, the foundation of the rebellion will crumble. You think we don't know that Damek is your leader?
What?
Bane's eyes shot wide open in utter shock. It seems that Halen's threats worked to great effect.
You'd be stupid not to think we have inside men. I could order Damek's execution in a matter of seconds. You don't value your life, but you value his.
Ellipses.
Good. Now, I expect you to answer my questions. The Blade of Exodus, is it in Valinor Village? And the one who can wield it, do they live there as well?
By the time we catch up with Ulrich, it's already too late. His large blade is in deadlock with one of the enemy soldiers. Melissa draws her daggers, and I hold up my sword, ready.
We order you to cease your resistance! Those who support the rebellion must perish!
To break the deadlock, Ulrich kicks his opponent in the gut. They stumble back and ready their blade with a flourish. It isn't much longer until they charge toward him again.
Melissa, your dagger!
Ulrich jumps out of the way and rolls toward us. Landing on his knees, he pries one of the daggers from her grip. Without even looking, he throws it behind himself. He closes his eyes and looks down at the ground. When he hears the impact of the dagger, his ears fold back. For a moment, looks like he's actually sad.
Spirits, please forgive my misdeeds. I acted only to protect those under my watch.
Ulrich cares about the spirits? For some reason, I didn't expect that. But before I can think about this further, something happens. Catching Valessa and I off guard, we're in complete disbelief.
Huh?
He notices the shocked expression on both of our faces. Rising to his feet, it's not long before he wears the same look. The enemy soldier fell, as expected, but there is nothing inside. Scattered pieces of armor litter the ground. As we process this revelation, confusion soon assails us. This was no ordinary attack. What we just saw was impossible.
What's going on? Ulrich, what are those things?
I don't know. Come closer, you two. This doesn't feel right. Empty suits of armor with a hatred for the rebellion.
Only those who've mastered the spirits could do this. I'm afraid this is much larger than we thought.
That can't be true. The spirits are pure. They aid us.
Yeah, sure looks like they wanted to help. It's not my only concern, though. Look at this.
She scoffs as she steps toward the helmet. Kneeling down, she pulls her dagger out of it.
Do you recognize these colors, Ulrich?
No, why would I?
Gold and white. The triumvirate standard. I would have never made such a deduction, but only they could wield the spirits in this fashion.
Feels more like a movie than an actual game. It is a visual novel, which is kind of mostly, yeah, you kind of follow along the story, you make occasional choices, stuff like that, and they kind of give branching paths. But yeah, there's not really any, like, quote-unquote gameplay as far as, like platforming or, like, real combat or anything like that. It's just, you go through the story, make decisions, which kind of affects what happens with the characters and stuff like that. Wait, what's the triumvirate?
Our supposed protectors. Some, even the creators of Alestia. I have no idea why they'd want to do this to us.
Wouldn't be the first time they attempted occupation. They hinted that the rebellion was involved here. Valessa, do you know anything about that?
Kind of like a choose your own adventure? Pretty much, yeah. That's basically what this kind of a game/visual novel is.
I don't. So much has changed lately. With our last elder gone, Miles has been in charge. Maybe he has something to tell us.
It's worth a shot. We should see if he's alive. Protecting you is my goal, but now I want answers. If anyone knows about this, it would be him.
To the elder's house, then.
Yeah.
I follow after Valessa and Ulrich. We walk along the circular road surrounding the water tank. I make note of it for later. Might help put out the flames. More suits of armor litter the ground. There's so many of them. Makes me feel a bit hopeful, like we stood a chance. The village wasn't defenseless, and this was proof.
Aren't you glad we waited now? If we rushed in head first, we'd be dead.
Then where are the villagers' bodies? I only see the suits of armor lying around.
That was a good question, actually. No blood, no signs of a major struggle. Only the fire and the glistening of white armor.
That's a good sign. Then they won and fled to safety. Are there any havens in Valinor?
I'd say the Elder's house and the Grand Tree. The fire may not have reached either yet.
Wait, how many people can fit in the Grand Tree?
Hundreds, easily.
Not as good of a sign as I thought. The enemy could be trying to round everyone up, put them all in one place before killing them.
That's dirty.
But it works. We still don't know what they're after. It can't be genocide. It must be something else. Does Valinor have anything the Triumvirate would want? Did the change in leadership bring anything with it?
Like I said, we'd have to talk to Milas. But I doubt he'd be at the Grand Tree.
They look at each other, then look at me. I could tell that Valeska was pushing us toward Milas. That's because she knew this was a vision.
But what if there are people in the Grand Tree? Is Milas more important than all of them? It would be cold to let everyone die.
Ulrich, this is larger than Valinor, especially if it involves the rebellion. Information could save entire villages.
I don't like what you're suggesting.
Like it's any better than what you suggested? Using the people as pawns to buy us time? How is this any different?
They fume at each other, but realize it's a stupid argument. In the midst of this battle, nothing was so black and white. Though I find it odd that Ulrich switched viewpoints so fast.
This is a matter of Valinor's future. Such things are under the jurisdiction of the Seer. I stand by his side, and you stand by both of ours. That is, unless you want to abandon your job. But that wouldn't look good on your perfect record.
I guess you can fight dirty too. I don't like this, but you have me by the throat. I can only hope that you make the right choice.
He stares at me with a serious look on his face. Talk about putting me on the spot. But if this was my role, I had to fill the shoes.
What are we going to do?
Information. Go after Milas. I vowed to stop this attack, and I needed information. If anybody could give us that information, it would be Milas. He'd be able to shed light on the rebellion's involvement, too.
Good. We're on the same page. We can use that information to help others. It would be selfish to focus only on Valinor.
I hope you two are certain about this. You're gambling with hundreds of lives.
Ulrich didn't understand this like we did. We weren't about to waste time lecturing him. I was grateful that his job required following us. We continued in the same direction, heading toward Milas' house. It didn't feel good to abandon others, but we had to do it. This was real. I'd used the future to cheat the present. Then the plot twist is, it turns out this is not a vision, this is actually just real life. In the present day, Damek found himself lost in thought. Using the tunnels under Mazael for solitude, he found peace. There was much to plan, but for once, they had the upper hand.
Valinor, the Blade of Exodus. There must be something the spirits aren't telling us. Something we could use to take down the Triumvirate. When I touched the blade, I saw our victory, but I'm not trained to interpret such things. I pray for the cooperation of Valinor.
One of his advisors approaches, careful not to startle him. When he realizes he's detected, he lets out a soft yawn.
Another one of those sleepless nights, Damek? I can't blame you. It's been the same with me. Did I hear you say something about Valinor?
Yeah, I was thinking out loud. In Valinor, there's a person who can peer into the future. That's why I had Pro bring the blade there last week.
I'm aware of their culture, but their seers use spirits, not a blade. Do you think it will be that easy?
Worth a gamble, isn't it? It's not my place to wield knowledge of the future. But the seers are experts, conditioned from birth. Pro has sent word that the current seer is male. His investigation is progressing slower than I'd like. We need to pick up the pace, and fast. Now that they have the blade, they're a target. The Triumvirate is likely planning their attack as we speak. That's why I've decided to send an experienced fighter.
I guess that's me.
I've had the mayor of Mazio write up a decree. It will allow you entry and the ability to complete what Pro started. On paper, and to everyone else, it's a simple export.
Is this still Kristala? It shouldn't be Kristala. The category should be updated to Winds of Change. Okay, maybe it wasn't updated. Maybe I never hit the save. Okay, so it should be updated now then. Thank you for the heads up on that. I could have sworn I clicked update on that, but apparently not. Also, I never updated my model's positioning. There we go. That should be... Okay, now everything's fixed. Yay, fixed. Thank you again.
Only Milas knows the importance of this blade. All you have to do is deliver it from Valenorth back to me. That is, with the seer at your side, Ulrich.
You seem to think that will be easy. It's not likely they know the truth of Valenorth. I can bring the seer, but they'll just decline.
Present yourself as a mercenary, not a rebel. Tell them a meeting of importance is happening in Mazio. We want their ability to help with some... important decisions.
Dishonesty. Great way to start a partnership.
It worked for us, don't you remember? Look at how invaluable you've become.
Ulrich laughed and turned to look at the dark depths of the tunnels. At the moment, everything ahead seemed bleak and uncertain. Having an ally cast light on that future would be a tremendous boon.
So this is it, isn't it? With the seer at our side that can direct us, we can secure the victory that you witnessed.
I almost don't believe it, but it's true. Though I have to be honest with you, Ulrich. There's a reason why I'm sending you instead of asking Pro.
And what's that?
He may not be strong enough to face what's coming. It's not just a hunch that Valenorth will be attacked. In our victory, I saw its death and destruction.
I see.
So I asked that you protect the seer and his allies at all costs. And when you come across Pro, have him join you as well. I'll make sure to prepare an exquisite welcoming party.
I'll leave first thing in the morning. What did you see exactly?
Nothing you can't fight your way out of, but trust me, it will show them the truth. And when you get back, they'll be ready to fight.
I'm getting so many vibes that Dammit is gonna be like a traitor to the rebellion. He's actually like part of the triumvirate.
But promise me one thing, and one thing only. That along the way the seer touches the blade. If he can wield it, then we have our greatest weapon.
We enter Milas's house and immediately spread out. After a few moments, it's evident that nobody's here. Ulrich sighs, but Felissa isn't ready to give up.
I don't know what you expected. You think the Elder would just stay here? I assume he's at the Grand Tree as well.
No, there has to be something here. It's not him, but his books as well. He must have some kind of record.
Record of what exactly?
Ulrich, the Triumvirate is burning down Valenorth. They seem to think we're caught up with the rebels. Thinking the Elder is clueless? That's stupid.
He walks over to the large window and looks outside. We're all relieved that the flames haven't reached us yet. Looking through some papers, she whispers to herself.
Come on, Milas, give us something. You're smarter than this, I know it. Shipping manifests anything.
With a renewed determination, Ulrich examines the large table. He shuffles papers aside and flips through books. It's almost like he's in a rush to find something first.
None of this is helping, Valessa. It's everything you'd expect to find.
No, there has to be something here. Come on, Seer, give us a hand.
Oh! Exploration tutorial. You can freely move the cursor around the screen. It'll change when you hover above an interactable object. Clicking on these objects will interact with them. Click the icons of your comrades to initiate a conversation with them. These icons show how many books are in the area and how many you've found. This icon, when applicable, takes you back to the world map. This icon opens a save menu. Click this icon and any map will open the tutorial once more. Some locales are divided into multiple areas. Click these arrows to navigate through them. It is optional, but highly recommended that you talk to your comrades. Interesting how we have like 2 X options here.
Hmm?
Find anything useful?
I wish. This whole place is a mess. Honestly, I don't even know what to look for. Milas isn't stupid, though. He'd leave something.
How long's he been the Elder?
Honestly, only a few months. He was thrust into the position against his will. Something happened to his father, the previous Elder. But he's done such a good job, it's crazy. The leadership of Valinor did not skip a beat. He must have been training under his father.
What happened to his dad?
Nobody knows, actually. He went on a trip to Matsio and never came back. Search parties came up with nothing. It's like he vanished. Normally we'd hold an election, but things were crazy. That and Valinor is really big on family and tradition. Everyone just seemed to expect that Miles would take over.
You seem to think highly of him.
He's performed admirably for the position he's in. I doubt even a full election would find a better candidate. I was scared for a while, but he really filled the role. He didn't want to do it, but he kind of had to. It all happened so fast. I'm not sure of the specifics, but it was seamless. You almost couldn't notice.
Well, I'm definitely not picking the second option here. Yeah, if he doesn't want to do it, he shouldn't have to.
I guess, but we can't all get what we want. It's not like I grew up wanting to be a scribe. He'll grow into the role, I'm sure of it. But we can worry about that after this is over. There's lots to do, and we can't even find him. I really hope that nothing bad has happened.
What if he's helping the rebellion?
I'd want to get to the bottom of it then. There's more going on than we can take at face value. He'd have his reasons, and I'd want to hear all of them.
He sure have a lot of explaining to do.
And it's something I'd happily listen to. That is, after we find a way to prevent this. I'm not passing judgment until I hear more. We can't condemn him based on a vision like this. That's like hating someone for what they do in a dream. Besides, we have no way of confirming this is his fault.
That seems to be everything. Are you sure this is a vision?
I'm making a pretty educated guess. I'm trained to detect this kind of stuff. But it's so weird because this feels like reality. What's going to happen to me? I mean, technically, I'm not real, right? That's hard to take in. This feels real to me.
Oh no, she's having an existential crisis.
But the way you're acting, yeah, it makes me certain. It's very rare that I become lucid in a vision. But with the evidence at hand, I'm very sure. Better not talk about it too loud, though. I don't want Ulrich to realize something is up. The rules state that only you and I can know.
Rules? What kind of rules are there?
There's entire books written on the subject, you know. But no one must know when they're in a vision. It could screw up what the spirits want to show us. These are gifts, blessings, directly from the realm of spirits. We're not in any position to harm what they give us.
How long do they last?
As long as any other dream, I guess. Or maybe when the spirits decide you've seen enough. That's one of the things we don't really know. I guess something traumatic, like your death, would end it. Our minds aren't fit to comprehend what would happen next. We should make the most of the time we do have in here.
Why do the spirits give me visions?
Nobody knows, but we assume it's to protect us. If we know it's coming, we can change what happens. Seers have done it time and time again for thousands of years. A lot of people think they'll want something in exchange. That they're planting seeds to reap later down the line. Stupid superstition if you ask me. They just want to help.
I'm not really a fan of either of these options, honestly. I'm just gonna go with we must be eternally grateful, try to stay positive about it.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing more pure than the spirits. Without the visions, we'd have died out ages ago.
We've known each other our whole lives?
Yeah, it's just like I said. For better or worse. I was trained to be your scribe from a young age. We've been inseparable ever since. It's not exactly what I grew up wanting. But I'm not in a position to shun Valinor's tradition. Besides, I could think of people much worse to serve.
What are a scribe's duties?
Actually, you're seeing them firsthand. Imagine how confused you'd be without me. We're supposed to guide you through these visions. But when you wake up, you also need to report to me. Or, I guess you can report to Milas in these dire circumstances. Either way, I help you in here and you report out there. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't remember this. You'd wake up, shrug it off, and go about your day. Imagine what would happen to Valinor then.
Seems like you're almost more important than me.
Of course not. We're two sides of the same coin. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do anything without you. A scribe would do little good without visions to inhabit.
Are you the only scribe?
Yes and no. Actually, it's pretty technical. I'm your only scribe, but there's also a scribe in training. His name is Fortin, and he's prepared to take over if needed. It's a recent addition to the ranks, but it helps out a lot. Without a scribe, your abilities would be pretty useless. Having someone fully trained means no one misses a beat. Imagine if you had this vision while I was gone. Just from that, I think you can gauge Fortin's importance. He's a nice guy too, but I'm sure he's long since fled. I'm sure you'll meet him when you get out of here. He tends to knock on your door first thing in the morning. So, let's focus on the matter at hand, alright?
How long have we known each other?
Since I was a little kid, actually. I was trained to be your scribe from the moment I could speak. It's a prestigious position, and I couldn't exactly say no. Some of the other children were jealous. Their parents too, which seemed really immature to me. Apparently, there's some competition for the role. But the elder chose me, and like it or not, here I am. I guess I'm just blessed that I actually do like this arrangement. In the end, the spirits really were looking down on me. Even if being here right now is terrifying, I'm still happy. Doing my duty to save Valinor, it's a dream come true. We don't know if the other kids would have fit this role.
Are you really forced to do this?
Well, I guess the answer is both yes and no. Before my parents passed on, they took care of the paperwork. Until I came of age, I had no choice but to obey. When I did come of age, however, I got to choose. Leave Valinor and pursue my own dreams, or be your scribe. I guess it's pretty obvious which one I chose, huh? So, while I was forced into the role, I chose to stick with it. Although, if this is any indication, we might have to leave Valinor. In that case, I get to be your scribe and travel the world.
Glad to have you by my side, Valessa.
Yeah, and same to you. Look at this vision. We're going to do great things. Let's get to the bottom of this and save our village together.
I have to make sure I actually check every single thing.
It's going to, but the way you're, better not talk about it too loud, though.
Okay, so I don't want to do that other option there, but there's another option later. Here we go. You call this a gift?
This particular vision, no. But the concept of visions in general, yes. Without them, we'd have gone extinct long ago. They guide the world to a better future. And what's better, they ask for nothing in return. Only that we continue to harness this amazing power.
Okay, that's all it was. Okay, talk to other friend. Find anything useful?
No, there's not much here. But I guess if we spread out, we stand a better chance. Not that there's too much ground to cover.
Lester sure looks determined.
Actually, I was going to ask you. I thought you two were in sync or something. Don't think I didn't notice your secret talks. But I'm not mad or anything. I know the relationship between you and your culture. Whatever it is, it's not like you're plotting against me.
Where'd you come from?
Huh? You mean today, or in general?
Where you were born, I mean.
Actually, I come from Labyrinthia, practically born with the blade in my hand. A figure of speech, of course. Don't picture that. Eventually, you grow up and need money of your own. I took the first ship to Mazeo and started selling my sword arm. I don't miss that place at all. It's disgustingly warm and humid.
Oh god, that's like Minnesota right now. What's it like in Labyrinthia?
Completely different than what you think. We recognize power, not lineage, or claim to the throne. Or I guess they do, since I no longer live there. Instead of elections, there's a tournament every few years. Only the strongest tribe wins the right to rule Labyrinthia. Of course, the rule is always contested shortly after. It's good not to make any close friends. You never know who you'll have to put to the blade. It's a culture of war, and only the strongest prevail.
Why is there no, like, middle ground option here? A horrible place. Glad to live in Valinor.
No offense, but you have it pretty easy here. This is a paradise compared to what I had in Labyrinthia. I mean, present circumstances excluded, of course.
Is there lots of competition as a sellsword?
The weak die out pretty fast, so not really. I'd say there's always a stable top 10 list. If someone isn't on it, they aren't worth your time.
Are you on the list?
Very funny. A joke question. I'll pass.
It was at least partially legit. Does your family miss you?
No, I'm with my true family in Mazeo. We have a different concept of family in Labyrinthia. You choose your family, and members come and go. When I left Labyrinthia, I left that family behind. I made a new one in Mazeo, and they're no less important. We don't go by blood in Labyrinthia, but by choice.
So you get to choose your own family?
Yeah, and sorry if that sounds weird to you. There's a big culture difference at play here. Perhaps you'll learn more when we leave Valinor.
I mean, that's kind of like just describing just adulthood in general, honestly.
Not that I expect you to change your ways, but it's always nice to learn about the world. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand.
Weather's really that bad?
Labyrinthia is quite far away. It easily takes a few days to reach by sea. The climate is so different, I almost can't explain it. Just don't dress in layers. Wear as little clothing as possible. You're liable to melt into a puddle.
I'll keep that in mind, thanks.
It's better to know beforehand than go and regret it. Who knows where the path ahead might take you. Just doing my duty to help keep you safe.
You have any theories about all this?
Well, yeah, if the Triumvirate is truly responsible. Alestia is divided into 4 nations, right? Valinor, Mazeo, Labyrinthia, and Baltius. Each nation has a general that serves the Triumvirate. They rule in their stead and make sure everything runs smoothly. Except, you guessed it, the Elder or General of Valinor. No one really knows why you remained untouched for so long. But the theory is that they don't want to anger the spirits. You know, because of all that spiritual energy residing here. So I'm thinking this is a power play. Take the 4th nation and control the whole world. They did the same thing to Mazeo about 20 years ago.
What happened to Mazeo?
The same thing that's happening here, but with less fire. They occupied the free town and placed a general in charge. They used terrible force, but the town improved because of it. I'll never agree with their methods, but Mazeo is peaceful. If they're burning villages down now, though, unforgivable. Perhaps the rebellion isn't in the wrong after all.
What are your thoughts on our culture?
It's not like anything I've seen before. So in tune with the spirits, you let them govern you. The rest of Alestia has history in their own hands. Not that it's a bad thing, of course. It's just different from the rest of the world. From what I've seen, the spirits have a good grasp on things.
The rest of the world doesn't care for spirits?
Well, you're in the middle of a forest out here. You know what they say about nature and spiritual energy. The rest of the world has been deforested and settled differently. It's not that they don't care for spirits. Actually, it's more like they don't know anything else. They've lived their entire lives in areas devoid of spiritual energy. But Valinor is so peaceful while the rest of the world isn't. It might very well be the influence of the spirit realm. You have a good thing going here. I can't stand what's happening.
Okay, that was everything. Now let's do our actual job. Push aside a few things, looking for anything of note. It's so cluttered that it's hard to find anything at all. Ulrich slams his hand on the table, startling me.
This is my spot. Find somewhere else to look, alright? We need to cover more ground if we want anything.
He seems awfully defensive. I notice he keeps looking at the papers. Almost like he knew what he wanted to find. I crawl under the table. It's full of useless trinkets. Whatever we were looking for, I doubt it's down here.
Hey, it isn't playtime. Get out from under there.
How about you join me?
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. If you pass for authority around here, we're all dead.
I get out from under the table after Ulrich's verbal lashing. He might have disagreed, but we had to search everywhere we could. I have no idea what this pot is doing on the floor. Milas may have been a good leader, but he's not organized.
He probably just left everything in a hurry.
The mess means he was looking for something, right? Maybe it was something to leave behind for us.
I mean, it could have also been just trying to find something to bring with him, too. I'll walk over to the bookshelf and see what I can find. It needs to be full of books about the spirit realm and Valinor. Somehow, I don't think either of these subjects will help. Eventually, I come across a book about the rebellion. I doubt it's what we need, but I decide to take a look. As I open it up, a piece of paper falls out.
Milus's note. Recently, the Rebel Alliance has reached out to me. At first, I pushed them away, thinking them little more than a rogue group of bandits. But they said they knew the truth about my father. How could they know? In my situation, it was hard to resist temptation. I had to ask them exactly what they knew. The truth shocked me, and I have yet to tell anybody. I might take it to my grave. It's not the truth I expected, but it did shake me to my core. My father was in the middle of an important task. As his son, I felt that it was my duty to help finish it. I have no hatred for the Triumvirate. This is simply a matter of familial ties. Were anybody posed with such a situation, I doubt their actions would differ from mine. It doesn't seem too difficult either. They've given me a blade and tasked me with protecting it. In the next little while, they will send an envoy to pick it up. At that point, I am to send someone special with them. I must keep their name secret so nobody finds out. This envoy, however, will be coming any day. I can't wait to meet him. I've been told that he knew my father, and he would have all manner of stories to tell.
Oh. Okay, so Ulrich, the note to Ulrich and Vanessa. Let's keep exploring real quick. See what else is here. Hey, it's a ladder.
Actually, it's a step ladder.
I doubt we have time to argue this. To avoid further conflict, I nod and move on. Okay. That was like basically nothing. It's a map of known Alestia. I've seen it many times. We're in Valinor with Mazeo to the north. We're in Valinor with Mazeo to the north. How do you name a country Valinor and not have it be like the northern part of the area? That makes no sense to me. East of Mazeo is Labyrinthia, and north is Baltius. Wait, there's even more north of Valinor. Let's call it Valis South at that point. These four nations make up our world. Each is governed over by a general of the Triumvirate. Except for Valinor, which has remained non-partisan. It's odd how I remember the basics, but little else. I wonder if this attack is an attempt to occupy Valinor. After that, all four nations would be under their control. Secret bookshelves, I can't read those. I walk over to Valessa and stand beside her. She's hard at work, reading papers and pushing books aside. I've never seen someone quite so determined.
Hey, have any luck yet?
No, not yet.
Same. It's getting a bit discouraging. I'm thinking it would be something written. Have you checked all the tables and bookshelves?
I nod and turn back to the rest of the room. I guess I should help out instead of watching them. We were certain we'd find something, and I trusted her. Okay, it's the same thing.
Hey, have any luck yet?
Let's see what the other option is. Sorry, I was just watching you.
Oh, alright. But maybe you should...
Okay, so that's the way, the game's way of hinting, hey, actually do things. What is this icon again?
Milus's note.
Okay.
Recently, the Rebel Alliance has reached out...
I like how I got an achievement, read a subject more than once. Oh, it just shows the way that I've talked to them. Okay, that's what that does.
Milus.
Okay, continue story. This is it. This is what we wanted, or what we needed. I call over Ulrich and Valessa, showing them what I found. Ulrich seems tensed up and even a little anxious.
So Milus was working with the rebellion. Apparently, he was sheltering the blade. Could that be why they attacked us?
Doing all this for a blade? Let's be realistic, Valessa.
It must have been very important. I'm assuming Milus took it with him. I don't see any blades lying around here. But about this envoy he mentioned, and this supposed special person. Ulrich, why did you lie to us?
It's true. Anybody would have figured it out by now. He seems to admit defeat and closes his eyes. Almost like he didn't want to see us as he spoke.
We didn't think you'd come if you knew. I tried to hide it, but I guess there's no point anymore. After seeing this attack, I need to request your help. This is far from the first village they'll raise. They're up to something much bigger. That's why you wanted to come here, right?
Yeah, you're right. There's little time to argue and nowhere else to go. It looks like you got what you needed, Ulrich. Let's head back to the Grand Tree. There might still be time.
We all nod, acknowledging an unspoken truth. Ulrich didn't care about those in the Grand Tree. He only knew that coming here would blow his cover. But I know that this information would be a huge advantage. We had a probable cause for their attack, and knew Milas' secret. We head back to the town square, instilled with hope. The flames have spread, but it's not too bad. I need to make sure I don't inhale too much smoke. As we take slow, cautious steps, my mind is conflicted. There's one thing I can't seem to get off my mind. This blade or whatever? Was it worth all this? Destroying an entire culture over something so simple?
Sorry, I can't see all that well. You two will have to lead the way. I'm not as familiar with the surroundings.
We crouch and make our way through Valinor. I have a rising urge to cough, but I try and hold it back. I wouldn't want to make it this far and get caught. The water tank is cracking and leaking its contents. A small stream trickles down through the village. This would be our best tool to hinder the flames.
This isn't right. Not at all. Where is everyone, Ulrich? There's not a single body.
Like I said, they could be at the Grand Tree. It's isolated and far away from here. I'm willing to bet the flames won't reach it.
It doesn't make any sense, though. Think about it for a second. In that alcove, we heard screams. The people of Valinor were dying. Not only burning, but getting attacked. There should be bodies all over the place.
He was right. It bothered me as well. The current scene... Oh, I can do that real quick. And thank you for the hydrate. Now, the current scene didn't match what we heard. Was it possible for visions to warp this way?
What are you suggesting, Valessa? Do you think they stole the bodies?
If they did, there'd be blood. There's nothing. Not even a trace. Doesn't make any sense, Ulrich.
Let's say you're right, for argument's sake. Why is it more important than going to the Grand Tree? Talking about it only seems to be wasting time.
There might not be anybody at the Grand Tree. I don't think we know where we're up against. We should cut our losses and run, Ulrich.
You need to make up your mind, Valessa. Running back and forth will get us all killed. Are we going to the Grand Tree or not?
It's true. She was changing her mind far too fast. At the moment, she seems to value our survival. Should she be starting to doubt that this was a vision? All you had to go on was her word. I only believed her because it made sense at the time. How could I gather information if we leave Valinor?
If you want to leave, we're going to Peregrino. It'll be the first place for survivors to flee. If Milas is there, he can tell us all about this attack.
It's a good enough plan of action, and we nod to one another. But as we continue to move, everything changes.
Such loyalty to the man who condemned you all. If you want to know where Milas is, I'd love to show you. I can even reunite you with the rest of the villagers.
We stop in our tracks and look up at the water tank. A silhouette of a man stands there, gripping a large blade. It's white and gold, with majesty embellished by the flames. It reminds me of the suits of armor we fought earlier. I have no doubt that there was some sort of relation. We must be looking at the man responsible for this. He jumps down from the water tank and lands with a roll. I take a few steps back, ensuring that Ulrich remains in the front. If his job was our protection, now is the time to shine through.
What a pitiful little village. It's no fun when they don't put up a fight. Did you know what they did in their final moments? They called out to you, Sia. They wanted your help, and you let them down. I guess the stories I heard about you were wrong.
Sylvie, you already have the blade. Let us leave. We can resolve this peacefully.
No survivors. Don't you remember the rule? Like a garden, we have to pluck all the weeds.
Is that all these people are to you? Sylvie, they have a culture and history.
Yes, but it's not theirs that I'm interested in. In fact, I'm only here to claim the Seer's soul. Everything else was just for fun, for sport.
This becomes personal, as they seem to know each other. They both worked for opposing forces. I'm sure they fought before. It sickens me that he likens killing the villagers to a sport.
You don't mean...
My orders had nothing to do with burning down this village. I wasn't supposed to kill anyone unless I had to, either. But you know, my apprentice isn't very fun to train with.
Disgusting. Valessa, take this seer and run. I'll catch up with you at Peregrino.
And good job, you just let the bad guy know where we're going. Ulrich pulls out his blade and assumes a fighting stance. Sylvie does the same, and their eyes meet in the deadlock. I look at Valessa, and we nod before starting to run. Unfortunately, we don't make it very far. We hear Ulrich scream and turn back to look. Sylvie smirks at us, his blade deep in Ulrich's abdomen.
Where do you think you're going, you two? It would be rude to leave before I'm done with you. Watch, and you'll see why you can never win.
With a grin on his face, he twists the blade inside Ulrich. Defying all possibility, the gear on the base starts to spin. Soon after, everything is engulfed in a blinding white light.
Please, run.
We hear Ulrich's final words as the light subsides. When everything's back to normal, he's completely gone. No blood, no body, just Sylvie standing there with pride.
What? What did you do?
I put his spirit to good use, like I planned to do with your little friend.
He points behind us, and we turn to look. The scattered pieces of armor on the ground start to move. They assemble, forming bodies that move in a slow, stiff fashion. But after a few moments, the movements become more natural. It isn't much longer until an army of automatons blocks our path. There was nowhere to go. Sylvie blocked the other side.
You're using their spirits to power that armor. Does that mean we've been fighting our own?
Now you finally understand. The force of life itself bends to the triumvirate. There's no way that you could hope to stop us.
He takes slow steps toward me, holding out his blade. I finally understood why it was so important to the triumvirate. They could command an army of spirits simply by possessing it.
As soon as I harvest the Seer's soul, I'll leave. Valessa, if you behave, I might let you go. Visit the rebels. Tell them what's coming.
This is it. If he attacked me, the vision would end. I was armed with all the information I needed to counter this attack. The true purpose, the major players, and even the nature of the blade. He was so certain of his victory, he had no idea. I took a step forward, embracing what was to come. When this future came for Valenorth, we would be ready. He thrusts the blade inside of me with little effort. The pain is so intense, but I'm overcome with hope. As my vision fades, I find the strength to say one final thing. Let's be overly dramatic about it. It's over, Sylvie. You've already lost. Complete the prologue. Just got an achievement. My eyes shoot open, and I instinctively clutch my gut. The pain from the vision lingers, pulsing through my body. Panting heavily, I squirm in pain, waiting for it to fade. I fall off the side of my bed and slam into the floor. Thankfully, this makes me fully lucid, stopping the pain. For a moment, it's as if I existed in both scenarios. I rise to a sitting position and focus on my breathing. Still in shock at what happened, my heart beats frantically. It takes a while before it slows down, but I happily wait. When these negative feelings subside, I stand up. The vision I just experienced plays on a loop in my head. I had to warn Milas. I had to ensure this didn't happen. A knock sounds on my door, and I lock up in fright. After what I just saw, my mind is filled with anxiety. Thankfully, as a voice calls out to me, I'm put at ease.
Hey, Seer! Open up! Don't make me wait all day again!
It's Fordham. He's my best friend and Velissa's student. As my scribe, she had to train a backup, so to speak. A terrible scenario to plan for, but it had to be done. I rush over to the door and quickly unlock it. Welcoming him in, I notice a huge grin on his face. I feel relaxed. It's a brief reminder of safety.
Did you just wake up? Oh, jeez. I hope we won't be late. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is.
According to your smell, it's no bath day. Wow. You know what? Just because. You're here, so is it cute guy day?
Stop that. You're saying weird stuff again. I should be the one flattering you. It's your day. Something like this only happens once a generation. You're being officially inducted. You know, the ceremony to brand you as a seer? It should have happened ages ago, but stuff got in the way. Let's not delay it anymore, all right? Just sign this paper before we go. Milas wants it. Consent for the ceremony.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Thanks. This is exactly what I'll need. Put on something fancy. I'll wait outside.
I reach out to try and stop him, but he's already gone. It's for the better, though, as he mustn't know what I saw. The only people authorized to know were Milas and Velessa. I walk over to my wardrobe to look for an outfit. As Fortum pointed out, I'm still in my small clothes. If it was a big day, I guess I'd have to dress for the part. I'm imagining the elegant menswear to just be like a collar and bow tie, and that's it. Yes, that should be a fine choice. I slip into the menswear and turn back to my room. I take in everything at once. It's a huge mess. Donald Duck rules? I mean, didn't he at least have like an actual shirt though? Or was it just... You know, it's been forever since I've actually looked at Donald Duck. I have no idea what his actual clothing is. He had like a jacket. Yeah, I remember he had like some kind of like upper body attire of some kind, but I think it was just like a basic blue jacket. I don't fully remember the hat, but again, I just haven't really like actually looked at it in a while, so that's probably all it is. All that is. Once I meet Fordham, we might be busy for a while. I should finish up any last minute business while I can. It was like a sailor's hat. That does. I dip it, Demi! Ah! Holy crap! Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Let me do the thing.
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Demi and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we're doing a kind of a special episode of our Steam library slash demos tour, where we're doing a Furry games tour tonight. Since there's the Antho Festival Steam event going on right now, I decided to kind of show off a couple of Furry demos we played earlier, and I'm showing off a game I actually own and have owned for like the past was it 4 years or 3 years? I've had this game for several years at this point, but never really got that far in it. But yeah, you also did a Furry visual tonight, Furry visual novel tonight after usual, ended up being longer than you anticipated. Was it like one of the... I was gonna say, is it one of the ones by Clays, but I know there's also like a whole bunch more beyond that, but... I'm just kind of curious if there was like any like the quote-unquote like big name ones or whatever, because we're actually doing the Winds of Change right now. It was not? Okay. Yeah, I don't really look for visual novels very often. I'm not even actually fully sure why I got this game, in all honesty. Maybe because it was just like super cheap. I was like, ooh, furry stuff. And I was like, sure. But yeah, you thought about it, but nah. Yeah, fair. I know this game is apparently on like 90% sale right now because of the Antho Festival thing, which apparently like the entire event is actually run by Clace themselves. The one who actually like made this game and like a couple other visual novels too. But yeah, Demi and/or Raiders. If anybody needs to do any like post-stream self-care, like need to go get some food, need to go get some sleep, need to like do chores, or just kind of like sit back and just kind of like vibe for a bit, problem is feel free to do what you need to do. And thank you again so much for the raid. Not surprising, but also a bit surprising. I feel like that's just a general descriptor for life, honestly. And I was actually planning on getting ready to raid out a little bit myself, because I kind of reached that point in my stream as well. But I also don't want to necessarily like raid as soon as I get raided, so we'll still go on for a little longer with this. Yeah, we just finished the prologue where we basically learned that like everything in our part of the country is about to be destroyed. And yeah, we woke up because we are a seer of some kind, and we basically just finished having a vision about what was happening. And now we need to go speak to our scribe, quote unquote, and I guess the leader of this area to kind of let them know, hey, bad stuff's about to go down. So that's kind of where we're at with the story right now. This is, in fact, the full game right here. I've owned this game, I think, since like June of like 2022, something like that. But this is the first time I've had any chance to really like actually play any of it. So it's been kind of interesting. Give me time, see you later. Have a good night, TD, man. Hope you have a good sleep and good heckin' dreams. Okay, so I guess we can just kind of like look around for stuff. I guess that's supposed to be Fordham? This character is not in your party. Well then why are they showing up on my icon here? Really wish I could just hop back into bed. Mood! But I guess I have responsibilities and stuff. Just stupid responsibilities and stupid stuff. I shouldn't keep Milas in the dark for much longer. One of my books on the creation of Alestia. Aulgus Velura is one of the most famous scholars in the world. I tried to collect some of his works, but he wrote so much.
On Alestia's creation. There are many theories on when Alestia came into existence. None have any foolproof evidence and are merely based on personal belief and the conviction of the individual. The most popular, however, is the belief that the Triumvirate created our world. This theory is strengthened by the fact that no history or records of history exist prior to their rule.
That's a red flag.
Therefore, the passage of time on our world is measured by how many years have passed since the first recording of known history, the Triumvirate's arrival. But, as the lack of evidence cannot be considered evidence itself, this is a topic of hot debate. The answer does not seem to be within our reach, and many scholars who dedicated their lives to this knowledge have since given up and moved on. As everyone on Alestia lives in a relative peace, these pursuits are considered a waste of time. If the Triumvirate truly did create our world, then we must thank them, for they are very generous and righteous gods. Perhaps one day, though, we will know the truth.
Okay, so this shows how many of the little entries I found overall. That's what those icons mean. It's a book on the true reach of the spirits. A very divisive topic, and one that's always debated.
The true reach of spirits. It is a widely held belief that plant life is a container for spiritual energy. Because this energy is so pure, residents of forested areas tend to lead a happier and more fulfilling life. While many are frightened at the ability for the spirits to influence our mood, they have yet to do so in a negative fashion. To this end, many people actively seek out homes in areas surrounded by nature and this positive energy. Whether negative or positive, being influenced with unknown intent is concerning to many people. It seems to be tolerated simply because the power helps in a beneficial way. What if the realm of spirits were to lash out and make us aggressive or worse? What if they are conditioning our minds to slowly bend to their will? At that point, they could make us do any manner of bidding. This is the thought that also keeps many away from such areas of Alestia. But as there are numerous large cities, finding a home that suits your belief is far from impossible. Many ask the Triumvirate to speak on this, but they remain ever silent on the matter. Is it possible that not even our rulers know the true nature of the spirits and their reach? Aldous Veyer.
Well, they're gods. Apparently not very good gods, then. Last time Fordham came over, he left his journal. Of course, he has nothing to hide, and he's always open. I often benefit from his writings. He's smarter than he lets on.
On scribes and visions. The Scribe of Valinor is a very important position, and one not to be taken lightly. Tasked with hearing and interpreting the visions of the seer or seeress, they bear a large mental burden. The spirits have their own language, and many visions are cryptic in nature. Though visions have become more clear over time, they started out as a mess of metaphors and confusion. It's almost as if, over many years, the realm of spirits has found ways to communicate more efficiently. This is interesting for many reasons. We must wonder if the realm of spirits is a physical entity, capable of growing and learning. There is no real explanation for this growing level of clarity in communication. It is widely believed that the realm of spirits hosts the souls of those who have left our world, but nobody has ever actually communicated with the dead or seen a long-lost loved one. Instead, these spirits grant visions of the future to those capable of witnessing them. Almost like a warning, they've helped keep Valinor safe, and Alestia by extension. Either way, because the visions have become more straightforward, the scribe is more of a ceremonial position. Rather than carrying any real weight, it is just an attempt to continue Valinorth's tradition. Recently, Valinorth has given the scribe their own protege, someone to take over if the worst should happen. For this reason, I study valiantly under Valessa.
This bread is as hard as a rock. I guess it's better than nothing. I'm in a hurry. I'll grab one to eat on the go. I mean, can you really eat it if it's hard as a rock? I never water this plant anymore, but it's still alive. Allegedly, plant life is a container for spiritual energy. It's odd, because in that case, plants are immortal. My cooking space is so messy. It's embarrassing. I'm glad Fortum didn't stay and visit. Would have been lecture after lecture. Okay, it's the same thing. I was trying to select like the mirror, see if they did anything fancy. This sword has been above my bed for as long as I can remember. It's ceremonial and couldn't really do anything in a fight. Fortum gave it to me when we were younger. That's how we met. There isn't much use for my armoire right now. I already grabbed the suit, and that's all I need. But maybe I'll organize it more when I get the chance. The carpet is pretty luxurious. Valessa gave it to me. It sure beats walking on the cold wooden floor. The scribes go all out when it's their seer's birthday. The town looks so peaceful. It's so quiet. It's a far cry from the way I saw it last night. Hopefully the vision was far off and not impending. You're about to visit the world map for the first time. Click the question mark in the bottom corner for tutorial. The story flow and explanation will be explained in more detail. I mean, I wouldn't call this a world map, but sure. So I'm guessing this is where we need to go for our story. Can I not go anywhere else right now? Okay, I can only go to one place. That's fair. So check mark is where we are currently, I'm guessing. Or a place we've already explored, I guess. When I exit my house, I feel a wave of heat overtake me. The sun pierces through the canopy of Valinor with fierce intensity. Some of the residents use makeshift fans, looking utterly exhausted. Fortum, however, stands there unaffected, with a huge smile on his face.
Wow, I didn't expect you to dress that fancy. I'm a little jealous now. I feel underdressed. You should do my wardrobe next time we go out. Hey, are you okay? You look a little shaken up. Are you nervous about the ceremony?
I had a concerning vision last night.
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should find Valessa first. It must have been bad if you're acting like this. But hold on. Just remember the basics. Visions are never foolproof. They're always full of errors. It's like looking at a painting. It's up to interpretation. Everyone who looks at it would walk away with something different. Not that I have visions, I'm just trying to help. Valessa will make sense of everything you saw. I know it. Sometimes visions make mountains out of mud piles.
Fortum, it's worse than you think.
Whoa, really? Scare me half to death, why don't you? Let's put everything on hold then, and get Valessa. We're supposed to meet her in the town square. But if this is as bad as you say, you better tell me too. Not as a scribe in training, but as a friend. Got it?
I'll have to play it by ear for them.
All right. I know how it is, and I understand. I know you wouldn't purposely put me in any danger, so whatever you end up doing, it's for the best, right?
Hopefully.
Anyway, we should head to the town square. With this vision business, we'll have a busy day. Don't waste too much time, alright?
Fordham has now permanently joined your party. A comrade joining your party also retroactively unlocks content. Retroactively? For example, you can bring Fordham to your home and talk to him there. Oh. It's a good idea to form a habit of revisiting previous areas. Interesting. But he just joined game. This is Fordham's house, and it's in tip-top condition. It looks brand new. He must take very good care of it. As I get closer, I notice a book left out on his porch. It has his name on the front, so I can only assume it's his own work.
Visions and paintings. A vision from the spirits is apparently more like a painting. When a vision is over, a seer or seeress can often vividly recall the bigger picture, while smaller elements are lost in translation.
That sounds like any memory.
For example, if the vision was about the death of a villager, that part would be clear. However, how they died and what reaction each individual villager had to their death would be unclear. Instead of knowing this information, it is more like a gut feeling or a single interpretation of the events. In some cases, it is as if the spirits send us a single picture of an event, and the seer or seeress goes on to act it out in a dream in whatever way they can make sense of it. If at any time there was more than one seer or seeress, it is likely that their interpretations of each vision would be vastly different.
That doesn't seem very helpful.
If there is only one seer or seeress at a time, we will never be able to put this to the test. Instead, the scribe discusses each vision in depth with the seer or seeress, and they come to an agreeable interpretation. Oftentimes, the smaller elements are disregarded, and only the bigger picture is given any credence. Using the death as an example, we would only assume a death is coming to Valinor. Digging into why it was going to happen would be impossible. Although, as the spirit's ability to reach out to us and communicate slowly increases over time, we have to wonder if soon these visions will be concrete, and interpretations would become a thing of the past.
Seems like that's already the current point.
Isn't that
then
cool to think about, Seer? The spirits are artists, and your mind is the canvas. There's so much work required in interpreting visions. Of course, the spirits grow stronger every day. It's already gotten to a point where a scribe is near useless. I have more volumes written on the subject. I'm sure you'll find them.
Okay, I'm imagining like his books are like the secret collectible throughout the entire game. This can be found everywhere.
Can you believe how much stronger they've gotten, though? I wrote this book years ago and it's almost outdated. We've been able to witness so much growth in one generation.
That's Valinor's post office at the end of the road. Village-wide notices are posted there, and we all have boxes. Sometimes it's easier to catch someone by mail when they're busy. I haven't checked my box in a while, but I rarely get any messages. I only really interact with Valessa and Fordham. We can't carry out our duties unless we're together in person. If I got mail from someone else, it would likely be junk. If Milas needed me, he'd come to me in person, too.
There's a village-wide notice posted about your induction. I think you'll have quite the audience later tonight, Seer. There's a big party planned afterwards, too. Dancing and all.
Yeah, books have changed. The true endgame is being a librarian. Honestly, I would play that game. I don't know how like the gameplay would work or how the story would lead up to that, but I would play a game where just the end is that you're just running a library. That would actually be kind of interesting. Would you care to dance with me, Fordham?
Whoa, you really have to think that one through. This is the most important day of your life. Are you sure you want to do that with me?
Yeah, I'd love to.
If you're certain, then I'd love to. Maybe I'll even give you a refresher course. I'm assuming you don't get to do much dancing.
Also, yeah, from what I remember reading about this game, you in fact can be in like a poly relationship with like basically every character in the game if you really want to. I must be blessed with peaceful neighbors. I never heard a single peep come from the next door. Fordham is loud, but thankfully he lives across the street. With him next door, I'd probably die of sleep deprivation.
Aw, are you thinking about me? I saw the way you looked at me just now. Give it to me straight. What's going on?
Oh my god. Do we... you know what? I don't want to be mean to him. Welcome in, Dunbrine. How you doing tonight? How good's the games? Pretty good so far. We did a couple game demos earlier. One of which was for a game that I tried to play a demo for on my birthday stream, but because my part of my computer was acting up, I didn't realize at the time we weren't able to play it. It's a game called Kristala. It's basically like a furry version of Dark Souls. It was interesting, but yeah, it was a Souls-like, so I kind of got not super into it after a while, but I gave it a good attempt at least. And yeah, now we're just doing a visual novel called Winds of Change. And yeah, the entire game list and I was basically furry based because there's a Steam event called Anthem Festival going on where it hosts all sorts of games about like furry characters and stuff like that. So I figured we may as well do the theme, especially given that this game was on our Steam library tour for tonight anyway. And I figured, you know what, it's too much of a coincidence not to just put them together and stuff like that. So I figured, why not? I was thinking about how much fun you must be.
I guess you could say that, yeah. Being a scribe in training is pretty hard work. It's fun to unwind after everything is said and done.
You got out of work half an hour ago? Heck yeah. Are you on your weekend now, or do you still have like work for like tomorrow and or Sunday, stuff like that? Hopefully on your weekend. He laughs and turns away from me. There's a hint of a blush on his face, but he covers it up. He's quite reckless in his youth, but isn't almost everyone? I'm guessing this is our house then, if this is the next door neighbor. This is my home. There's not much more to say. I know it's a mess inside, but I'll have to fix that later. Maybe Fortum and I could have a private word inside. You know, I would have loved if it just, there's not much more to say and then it just ends there. That would have been absolutely perfect.
A bit bigger than my house, but mine has more rooms. Which is better though? More rooms or more space? My interior design books don't really cover that aspect.
Both are great, just how you use them.
The master has spoken. I guess it's true though. Work with what you have. And if you don't have it, someone else surely will.
Yeah, this week your days off for Sunday and Tuesday. So, yay, almost weekend for you? Yeah, I don't know if I could actually stand like having non-consecutive like days off for my weekends. That, yeah, like even like most of my jobs I've worked at have been like warehouse or like manufacturing jobs, stuff like that. And like the one time I worked retail, I was actually in a position where I still had like a Monday through Friday work schedule, which was kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, I guess there was one time where I had like a regular full-time job plus a weekend job to try to make some extra money while I was living in my first apartment. And yeah, I didn't have any days off for about like, I think it was like 26, 27 days, something like that. And then at that point, I realized I had to basically quit the weekend job because I was kind of getting into a not so mentally happy position, which was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think I could do with that kind of like the spaced out days off schedule. That is for people with stronger willpower than me, I guess. But yeah, let's go see what Fortum has to say for us. Because now I'm curious. You have to see about this upcoming Sunday, but in a few weeks, hopefully your days off will be Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That'd be nice at least, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, it was like 9-hour days for my main job, Monday through Friday. And because my weekend job was working at a it's not technically a theme park per se, but it's like a theme park equivalent. I basically worked open to close on the weekends there because that was literally the only shifts they would offer, just open to close on any day that you work on. And yeah, those were like 14, 15-hour days. And I still only got like 2 15-minute breaks and a single half-hour lunch break. And my lunch break included the time it took to walk toward like the food place to actually get my food, stuff like that. And it was always like a 3-minute walk to get there. So it was a 3-minute walk to get there, like 20 slightly over 20 minutes to actually have my food and relax, and then another 3 minutes to walk back to the section I was stationed at, which honestly wasn't as far away as it could have been. I think the part I worked at was actually like the closest to the food section almost, maybe like the second closest. But yeah, it was a thing. I do kind of miss the food from that place actually, because it was also like dirt cheap. Like you could get like a full meal, like a burger and fries and a drink for like $1.50. Which granted, this was like 20-ish years ago, so you know you didn't have to pay as much for food back then in general, but it was still a pretty good deal. It's actually pretty decent food. That's like the one thing I kind of miss about that job. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. We got to talk to Fortum.
Hey.
Okay, let's have him yell at us about our messiness then. What do you think of my room?
Well, it's a huge mess for one. You should see mine. It's flawless. I'm actually tempted to start cleaning.
Not gonna lie, I would actually love to have somebody take care of my cleaning for me because I cannot do any cleaning on my own.
But I know I shouldn't do that without permission. Last time I did that, I got into a whole mess of trouble. A story for another time, I guess. Or whenever you ask.
I should. Oh god. I should hire you to be my maid.
Is that a serious offer? Because, you know, I'm very interested. Even if Milas says that's against the rules.
Rule schmools.
But I'll wait until you make a formal offer. Sometimes I act on impulse and make a fool of myself. There was big trouble last time I cleaned without permission.
What happened last time?
I saw a house so dirty I couldn't resist.
You get the drink.
It turned out to be Milas' spare study home. Everything was
but I
messed
can't
up,
pause.
but with purpose.
Thank you for the hydrate. I guess that is kind of one unfortunate thing about trying to do visual novels, that if you have like any like audio-based redeems, it's going to kind of like overcome the audio from the game. So we'll replay that.
I saw a house so dirty I couldn't resist. It turned out to be Milas' spare study home. Everything was messed up, but with purpose.
No, I kind of understand that. Where it's like, no, you don't. Nothing to apologize about. It's like kind of one of those like just things that has to be or things that just kind of is a thing, stuff like that. So suffering from anxiety. Let me do what little I can do to try to help. Let me do a whole bunch of little clickety clacks. That's not a hug emote. There we go. Have a whole bunch of hugs.
He said it took him months to recover. I messed with his stuff and threw his studies off. I'll never forgive myself for doing that. He said it was unbecoming of me. I had to look up the word, but I guess it's true. As a scribe in training, I need to show some class.
Be my guest. Clean whatever you want.
Oh, thank goodness. I was so scared you'd get mad at me. Give me a few minutes. I won't take long.
Oh, he's actually gonna do it now?
Wait, why is there a sack of grain on the floor? And your cooking area is an absolute mess. This is going to take longer than I thought.
Hundreds of years later. You didn't want to just ramble a bit after stream? If you're still awake, that is? Yeah, I shouldn't be going for too much longer. Actually, I think if I finish up like this little section with Fordham here, then I'll probably get ready to call it. I kind of went a little bit longer because I kind of got rated right as I was about to get ready to end anyway, but... Yeah, like I said, we'll finish this section, then we'll probably start getting ready to head out. There's something about the way this is phrased I'm not a fan of, but just to see what he says. You really are a neat freak, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's an understatement. I just can't stand when something is out of place. It drives me insane. It makes me freak out. Don't be offended if you see me messing around. Everything has an order. A perfect place it should be. I just like putting things where they belong.
Yay, pets. How do you like being a scribe in training?
It's pretty great, actually. Everything is given to me by Valinor. Money, food, a house, you name it. I work with Valessa more than you, though. I'm kind of disappointed about that. We tend to roleplay real scenarios.
Roleplay, you say? Enjoy your vanishing culture X.
She'll take on your role, and I'll take on hers. Playing a scribe for a scribe. Best possible training. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever be a real one.
I feel like that's foreshadowing. Do I get input on who my scribe is?
I don't think there's any protocol for that. But I assume Milas has the final word there. Or whoever the elder is at any given time. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. But I hope you're not trying to say Valessa is bad. Is there something I'm not seeing here?
Oh, not at all. I was just curious.
Oh, I guess I jumped to conclusions again. I really need to stop doing stuff like that. I hope I was able to help your curiosity, though. We have to obey the rules set in stone by Valinor. I'm just happy that we all get along with each other. This trio could have been a lot worse, if you ask me.
What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I really love climbing trees. Aside from that, I love reading and cleaning. It's a simple life here. But I have no problem with it. I have a lot of time off. Way more than Valessa. Honestly, I think I only do half of what she does. Just means I need to keep myself occupied. If you see me with cuts and bruises, don't freak out. I'm pushing myself to the limits, climbing bigger trees. Before you know it, I'll be on top of the Grand Tree.
Fordham's going to invent parkour in this universe, isn't he? That's the feeling I get. Sounds fun. Maybe I'll join you.
Wait, seriously? That sounds awesome. I'll have to choose something easy then.
Yeah, like a single pebble. I get to climb a single pebble.
I don't want to throw you right into it. Valenorth needs you, and I won't screw that up. But it might be fun having an apprentice to teach.
How long have you been in training?
About 5 years less than Valessa. After the Triumvirate took over Mazeo, we were scared. So I think it was a worst-case scenario type of thing. Some people say that Mila's father trained him too. That's why he was able to take over so easily. That means he's like me, but for the position of Elder.
What happened to Mazeo?
You must be messing with me. Is this a test? I'd rather not talk about that, if it's all the same. At least approach the subject a little more casually.
Ever thought about a job on the side?
I don't think I'm really allowed to do that. The training I go through is already mentally exhausting. I need to devote my spare time to blowing off steam. Of course, this is under Milas' orders. I'm sure I could handle something if I really wanted, but getting in trouble with him really isn't worth it.
What would you do if you could?
To be honest, I just like helping people. So probably cleaning up here and there, keeping tidy.
Oh, a maid.
I consider a day successful if I've made someone else smile. Maybe I could be a problem solver or something. People always need some help, so I'd never go bored. It would always involve something new and exciting.
Okay, mercenary. He's gonna become Cloud Strife.
Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Milas says I'm not allowed to do any extra work. Training has to be my most important focus.
I could offer you some under-the-table work.
That sounds awesome. It really does. But I'd never hear the end of it from Milas. If I overload my brain with work, I'll slip up. He says I always need to be at the ready. Unfortunately, that leads to a lot of waiting around. Who would have thought too much spare time is an issue?
Can't be. He already exceeded the total words Cloud spoke in the entire Final Fantasy VII. You know, point.
That's why I do things I can always cut short. Climbing a tree? Just hop down and try again later. Cleaning? Just stop. The mess isn't going anywhere.
That's pretty harsh of Milas to demand.
I could think of much worse things to do. Considering that, it's not too bad on my end. My life is simple, and there's some beauty in that. You and Valessa always seem so busy. I'd rather stay in my situation than be overworked. I'm sure you cope with it, but I doubt I could.
Yeah, then now you think of it, did we ever have a super talkative Final Fantasy main character? Okay, now I need to think through my memory banks. Tidus. Tidus is first, actually, Zidane was also kind of a talker. Yeah, Tidus and Zidane. 11 didn't really have a main character. 12... I don't know if I'd say super talkative for Vaughn. 13 just, I mean, which character do you count as a main character? Technically, Lightning is the, I mean, really the entire group is like the main character simultaneously, depending what section they're in. And, the 13 is a little too complicated to figure out an answer for. 14, MMO doesn't really count. 15, Noctis didn't really talk a whole lot. Actually, I think on that, as far as like mainline games go, I think probably like Tidus and Zidane would be like the top two easy. Everyone else is kind of hard to really tell because yeah, Cecil in 4 didn't really necessarily say a whole lot. It was usually like everybody else kind of joining together and stuff like that. 5 was kind of like a, well, what Bart's, I guess, was the technically main character you play as. He didn't really have too much line because that was also kind of like a group party game for the most part. Does they even make sense? Yeah. And then in 6, technically you could go with either like Terra or Celis, but yeah, neither one of them really spoke a lot either. Especially when Terra is just still trying to like kind of come out from the mind control thing, trying to realize what everything is even. Does Ramza count? I mean, I guess that depends on your definition of talkative, right? I just like talk strictly like about the quantity of words or like the energy behind the words. Because if you talk about like word quantity, ROMs I think probably could count, especially with the remake having the more proper like English kind of tone and speaking style. But as far as like I guess energy, probably not nearly as much, I would say. It might be, yeah. That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. Although I still feel like it's better than what was given in the actual War of the Lions edition when they went full on like hardcore old ye English speaking, which I don't know. There's something about like ye old English where everything is just so flowery and so like unnecessarily descriptive and high syllable count, and it just doesn't work for me. I do kind of like the way they did it in the Evilise Chronicles. It's actually like a more of a nice middle ground where you still have that little bit of a fanciness, but it still sounds like something people just more or less regularly say in day-to-day conversation. So I kind of approve of it that way. But yeah, for what other side games for Final Fantasy can I think of? I know the Final Fantasy Legend games, you basically just like made your own party. There was no real quote-unquote main character. Never played any of the adventure games. Mystic Quest, Benjamin doesn't really do a whole lot of talking. He's pretty quiet throughout the game, I think. Yeah, your cheat code is to hit the page limit for your English essays. Yeah, fair. What other side games have I really played for Final Fantasy? I played a little bit of Type 0, but that's another one of those games where it's like more like a party is the main character, not a single character. And even then, I could not get into Type 0 for whatever reason. Just something about like the gameplay and the fact it was... I don't know, the story was so convoluted from the get-go. There's a lot of issues I had with Type 0. What other... I'm kind of drawing a blank on other, like, sideline Final Fantasy games at this point. I feel like there's a couple more I've played, but I can't think of any of them. I guess I've played a little bit of Tactics Advanced, but not nearly enough to actually, like, know how the main characters talk, and I don't remember anything too noteworthy about text there. Type 0, you feel like, has 20 main characters? I mean, like, the main group that you play with is, like, it's like one, each character is like named after a different card in a playing deck. So it's like 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10, and then Jack, Queen, King, and then I think Ace, and I think maybe even a Joker. So like 13, 14 characters there. Technically, Rem and that one guy are the main characters. It's been so long since I've touched Type 0, and I've played so little of it. I have absolutely no recollection outside of like the basic like card type names. I don't know anybody else from those games. Yeah, I never played Crystal Chronicles, so I can't talk about that one. Machina? What? I think I missed something with that one. You also forgot? Yeah, I don't... okay, technically I played Dirge of Cerberus, but that was with Vincent Valentine, and he was never, like, a talkative character. Even in that game. I'm hoping they have a Dirge of Cerberus remake at some point. I think there have been rumors about that. I would love to actually play that again, so I could kind of play, like, an improved version of the original game from the PS2 era. Because, like... It was a game that had like some good foundations to it, but they really could not build up upon it. Just like these beans. These beans are a great foundation. It's just as simple as that. I don't really need to expand further on that. Yeah, I can't think of any other Final Fantasies I've played. So yeah, I think among all the characters in Final Fantasy games I can think of, yeah, Tidus and Zidane are definitely the two talkative ones. And I know one thing with why can't I think of his name? Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. I remember the biggest thing about the way that his personality comes out at least in the US version of 8, is actually like the complete wrong interpretation of him as a character. Because in the Japanese version, he's actually written out to be just kind of like this more like shy, kind of like that doesn't really know what to say a lot of the time. Whereas in 8, or in the English version of 8, he kind of comes off as just like cold and just like not caring. He doesn't say anything. It just doesn't feel like it. So yeah, it's an entire like tonal misconstruction of his character, which is kind of why he comes out the way he does. Yeah, it's one of those things you wouldn't actually know, because I remember seeing like a video or two on YouTube like a couple years ago about that. I kind of wish they would also re-release 8 just with like a revised script, so people you get like a better idea what each character is supposed to be like too. Yeah, Machina was the other guy who was a focal point for Type 0. I will take your word on that, because I have no idea. Yeah, your favorite characters from Final Fantasy VIII were Fujin and Raijin? Yeah, they were a good unique combination. I don't remember a lot of their like interplay throughout the course of the game. I know they keep kind of like fighting against you at various random sections, and they still are kind of always with Cypher for whatever reason, but... I don't know, for some reason I just got the thought of like Cypher being like I don't remember the character's name, but I think in, what is it, Suikoden 4, There's like one character who's been kind of like your rival at the start, and then eventually he like just like betrays you entirely. Or no, he doesn't betray you. He basically like he's supposed to be like part of the same like military academy that you're in, but he winds up being like a complete and utter coward and just kind of just like leaves everybody to die, stuff like that. Then as the game goes on, he gets his life just gets worse and worse because of the decisions that he made, and you can actually recruit him at the very end as like a kind of bonus character. But he has like no redeeming qualities and no redeeming storyline when you recruit him. He's like, his stats are all super weak. He doesn't get any character development afterward. He just stays like, it's kind of like a pathetic character. And they didn't really give him any chance to kind of like recover himself and kind of learn from his mistakes, anything like that. Yeah, it's when they confront Cypher about him being manipulated by the sorceress where you really see them shine. Fujin's one time when she talks in complete sentences and suddenly turns very serious. I have a vague recollection of that part happening, but I remember nothing about details of that. Yeah, 8 did have some fun side characters. Biggs and Wedge were fun Team Rocket adversary. I feel like they... When's the last time they've actually done like a Biggs and Wedge entry in Final Fantasy? I feel like it's been a while. They technically had something in Final Fantasy 14 in the base game somewhere, but I don't know if that really counts. Yeah, there was nothing in 16 with No, was there? Oh god, I don't even remember anymore. Okay, I need to look this up now. FF16, Biggs, and Wedge. Okay, so it's, yeah, it seems like Biggs and Wedge do not exist in Final Fantasy 16. What I'm seeing, yeah. Actually, maybe... Okay. Paige, can you stop scrolling to sections I'm not trying to go to? Okay, it looks like Biggs and Wedge were in 15 in some way. So 15, 14, 13, and 13... 3, I think? There's 12, 10, 2, 10. Okay, so so the original Final Fantasy had a Biggs and Wedge, and then basically 4... Okay, they skipped 5, 4, and then 6 all the way through 15. Not right. Okay, so they include 14, but not on 11 apparently. Oh, I feel like this is such a rabbit hole you can go down trying to look up Biggs and Wedge because there's like so many side games too. There's like Final Fantasy Tactics. Wait, they weren't in Tactics, were they? Biggs appears as an enemy in the introduction. Oh, I didn't realize it was actually like a canon name. Yeah, because I remember I was actually watching another video recently about like doing like super strong OP character build stuff like that, and I did notice that one of the characters in the opening battle in Tactics had the name Biggs, but I didn't know if that was actually like an official reference. Apparently, it was. Wedge can be encountered as a random encounter battle ally, occurring only after the player has explored / gained control of much of the world map, about 3/4 of the way through. Whether or not this is a coincidence is debated by fans. However, the name generated for random enemies encountered in free walking gameplay does not contain the name Wedge. Therefore, his name placement and random name generated for random encounter allies is seemingly deliberate. Wedge's name does not appear in the name generated for hired soldiers. Huh. Okay, I wish that the sector would say like what area you could get him as like a random ally. I would actually kind of love to see that. Huh. Yeah, Sid has also been like a big staple with that. I think the name Sid has been in like slightly more Final Fantasies. Because I know Final Fantasy 4 was the first one in which you got him as a playable character, and then second was 7. And I will always be of the opinion that Final Fantasy 8 Sid is just Robin Williams. Just that's it. Period. End of story. Yeah, it's sad. Sad that we only have Squall to rely on. He says before stepping aside from Squall's party. Cypher had some actually solid friends because they care about him and wanted to be true to himself, but no one, and the best thing they could do for him is let Squall intervene and stop him. Yeah, I kind of wish I could remember more of the details of that. I was never really like super big into 8 personally, but I don't know. There's some story bits I would kind of like to kind of relearn, honestly. Yeah, Sid's been around since FF2. He wasn't a playable in FF2, was he? I think he was just like one of those kind of side NPC characters. And welcome in, Reef. How you doing tonight? Not playable? Yeah, sounds about right. So. Actually, so okay, God, okay. Now I'm getting distracted. Now I'm trying to think about how many playable Sids there are in Final Fantasies, because I know 4 he was playable, 7 he was playable, Tactics he's playable. I'm not going to count 16 because even though he joined your party, you can't actually control him. So I'm going to say he's not playable there. Sid was like the owner of like the gas station in 15. You didn't get to play as him. There is a Sid in 14, but he's just an NPC, and he doesn't even have like a job class or anything. Like, I don't think he actually does any combat stuff, unless he does something like after Stormblood, which I haven't played past that point. I never got far enough in 13 to know if there's even a Sid in that game at all. 12. I don't know if I've seen Sid in 12. If he's in 12, I assume he probably is. 11 I've never played, so I can't comment on that one. Sid was like one of the Albad like airship pilot captain, whatever, in 10. I remember that. Sid was also the king of one of the regions in 9, who started off as like an Oglop because he got cursed at it by his I think it was his ex-wife, or was it just his, I don't remember. He got cursed by somebody to become like a bug creature. 8, Sid was Robin Williams. 7 was, obviously get him as a playable character. 6, I think it was only like for some reason I want to say that like Sid was like Silas's uncle in 6, but I think it's only because of the fact that she takes care of him after the World of Ruin starts. I don't think they're actually like related by blood or anything like that. Sid reigns in 13, but he's an antagonist. Yeah, I probably haven't gotten that far because I think I got like 3 to 4 hours into 13, and I just could not play it anymore because I cannot stand just people constantly yelling at each other, and that game is just nothing but that at the start. Don't think there's a single game that the original does not have Sid. I remember Sid is the thing that started in 2. Yeah, later ports added one. I love how you already messaged that, and I didn't even read the message until after I said that part. But yeah, Fujin posse. We always will be, because we're a posse. We want to help you, whatever it takes to fulfill your dream. We're willing to do, but you're being manipulated, Cypher. You've lost yourself and your dream. Damn it! Now I want more like Fujin and Raijin lore. What has this night done to me? Yeah, you generally believe Fujin and Raijin deserved and needed a story arc of their own as playable characters, especially from the perspective of all the BS they personally had to deal with from the NutriDuel's perspective. You know, I feel like if any retro game would be like remade and have like DLC made, I feel like that would probably be like a good thing for DLC. Like how Laguna, Kyros, and Ward had theirs. I always forget like how like Laguna's, Kyros, and Ward's story actually like relates to the main parties. Because I know you like kind of swap between them. And like each character has like, yeah, there's a lot of like main story things I really don't remember from 8. But yeah, I wish I had a better memory for stuff like this. Like I can remember like mechanics and like random little like character tidbits. I have never been good with remembering storylines, either when I was a kid, when I was in like my prime adult years, or even now. Yeah, Fujin and Raijin have player casting effects. How do you mean player casting effects? Which could suggest at one point they might have been planned to be a party members originally, or maybe just like guest party members or something like that, where like. Well, actually, I can kind of imagine a world where, like, in one of the sections where, like, they're trying to talk to Cypher out of being, tell Cypher that he's being manipulated, stuff like that. I could almost imagine, like, Cypher attacking the party and, like, Fujin and Raijin kind of helping out to, kind of try and knock some sense into him, stuff like that. The blue circle before casting a spell? I don't know if I've ever consciously noticed that aspect of it. Huh. I love how my mind is just completely stuck on this one aspect, and I'm trying to think about remembering that, and just nothing's coming. Yeah, monsters have green flickers and a different sound effect. Hashtag things I've never noticed either as a kid or as an adult. Never mind how long that hashtag is. It's still a legitimate hashtag, I swear. But yeah, okay. I'm actually kind of amazed at how much we've just been like chatting about like Final Fantasy stuff. How long is it? Holy heck, we've been like going 10 minutes on this subject, just actually more than that, just randomly. Holy heck. But yeah, at this point, I did kind of want to finish this section, but I really should probably get ready to wrap it up and kind of get ready to rest for the rest of the night. So I think I'm going to get ready to find a raid target now. Yeah, we have a little fun headcanon that Fujin has high-functioning autism. You know what? I think I'm willing to ascribe to that as well. I feel like that does make some sense. But yeah, who's doing things? You know, we were just talking about Final Fantasy. Let's rate somebody who's doing some Final Fantasy right now. They are continuing their like 5,000 hour playthrough of Rebirth, because I swear they're trying to 100% everything in the game, and I admire them for their tenacity, but I have no idea if... Actually, I think they probably will. They have like the right kind of stubbornness when it comes to games, I think. I actually feel like they will legit actually get this game probably 100% in. But before I start the raid message. Well, let's actually... I think I know what raid message we're going to go with. It's going to be a simple one. But let's do it. But yeah, we're going to give Sen a good ol' heckin' raid. Yeah, he's playing some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I know he's like really close to endgame or like doing endgame stuff right now. Yeah, I think he's just doing a bunch of side games at the moment. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out and enjoying all the games and the shenanigans and the surprise Final Fantasy talk at the end. And yeah, our raid message would be... Yeah, playing the Furry games. Yeah, that'll be our raid message. And yeah, if you don't have my emotes, use any other kind of like clap or just little comfy happy emotes, stuff like that. I feel like any of that kind of stuff will work pretty well. But yeah, so with that, I still need to confirm if we'll actually still be on for Sunday, but we might have more Medieval Dynasty on Sunday with Moxie and Nambi. Otherwise, our schedule for the next week should be pretty much the same. We'll have more randomizers on Monday, Final Fantasy Tactics with Jesse on Tuesday. Hopefully I can get back to Heritage of the Dragon Sale on Thursday again. I think we should be finding out soon if our run gets accepted or at least addressed with Fastest Fur sometime soon. And then yeah, next week we'll probably do Library Tour or Demo Store. I don't know which one. I'll make my determination like when the night comes around. But yeah, with that, let's go say hi to Sen. And with that, I should bid you all a good night and your cat meme.